Hello and welcome to the United Stand. Stoke City versus Manchester United. The international break is over and Manchester United are going to be back playing football very, very soon. And the next chapter of this Premier League window, Premier League season, where we have 9 points, 10 goals scored, none conceded. We are very, very close to getting back on that horse and seeing how far and how hard we can ride it. Interesting. Team news is going to come through very, very soon. I sort of did say that for the first time, I think, ever, I would not be opposed to a Fellaini, Matic, Pogba midfield three with Mkhitaryan on the bench, Mata on the right, Rashford on the left, and Lukaku up front. Fight them hard for an hour, then bring Mkhitaryan and Martial on and kill them with the skill. Let's see if Mourinho agrees with that or not. We were about to find out very, very soon. Team news will be coming in also. We've got a fantastic offer to give away as well today. United shirt given out at half time. I'll give you the details about that very, very soon. Suffice to say, before I go into it in any great detail, the link is in the video description below. Up until the start of the game today, you can get Manchester United to win the title at 8-1. Click the link in the video description with 10bet. It's exclusive through the United Stand. Get your bet on. All you need to do is sign yourself up, go to the Premier League section, outright bets, pick Manchester United to win the title. I think we're currently 3-1 on there. But if you put the bet on, you will get an email as soon as the bet's gone on with 10bet to confirm that your odds have been enhanced to 8-1. 8-1 for United to win the league, though that will be shut at the start of this game. We'll also be talking about some, if you fancy a little bet, you know, what might be a good one. Fellaini's not in the squad, says Philippe. Oh, I didn't know about that. Is that because he's injured? Well, that's typical. Absolutely typical. The day I think he should play, he's not even part of the squad. Unbelievable, Jeff. Unbelievable. No sign of Marouane Fellaini at the stadium. So, let's see what happens then. Doesn't look like he's playing, lads and girls and boys. Just in relation to, obviously, the 3 o'clock kickoffs, or the day in general, in case you don't know it. Liverpool, dubious red card, deserved or not, they got battered 5-0. City won. Chelsea currently 2-0 up against Leicester. Arsenal 3-0 up against Bournemouth. And Spurs beating Everton 3-0 away. So, rivals, competitors for the title, whatever you want to call them, currently they are comfortably winning. So will Herrera come in? Would you welcome Herrera into the midfield three? Would you drop Mkhitaryan? Will he just stick with a winning team? Is that a dangerous thing to do away to Stoke to do that? Shawcross out for Stoke as well. Be interesting to see who they bring in because they've got a very strong set of centre-backs. Lukaku, obviously very important. Christian Ayala says, Ander Herrera please for me. There's no team news yet, Mini. It's coming in the next, 2 minutes. Sat on my bloody finger. Leicester scored. It's 2-1, says Peter Doyle. I tell you what, from a United point of view, we could do with Leicester getting an equaliser there. Herrera and Matic, says John Carlos. It's 2-1. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that game. Hopefully Leicester can get a late equaliser in that. Fellaini injured, so he can't bully defensive side, says Chrissy Prince. Would have been perfect for Fellaini today. Hello to United Stand and fans from Chicago, says NN. Remember to share the link video below. Get involved, subscribe if you're new, and all that jazz. I think we can hit 133,000 subscribers today, which would be fantastic. The Twitter account is hinting at a Herrera return, says Shells HD. Yes, I saw that, Shells, as well. I did, and I think you might be spot on. Anyway, we can win it. I can do it, says Chrissy Prince. Look, it's looking a bit foggy, Mark, says Ed. We need to win. We need to win, and that's what we need to do. It is looking a bit foggy. You know what? You're spot on. Well done for whoever made that comment, because you're spot on. And I can make it less foggy. I can make it more foggy, less foggy. There we go. I've got the base. Much better. Much better. Standards! Drawty'd kill me. Anyway. Carrick replaces Fellaini, says Wayne Littlewood. What do we think about that? We don't know at the moment. We don't know. Hamza says Carrick's needed in this game. Travi says my voice is like velvet. I thought that was Rodney, but is Shaw soon to be back? Luke Shaw played for the under-23s last night as a centre-back, so he's never going to be back playing today, but he's on that journey. Lucas says you should have left it foggy because it suits the Stoke game. Yeah, it is. I don't know whether it's raining in Stoke. It was raining in Leicester. I hope Leicester get a late equaliser. That'd be really good. It could go many ways today. We could absolutely batter them, or it could be a typical Stoke game. So, team news is out. Herrera starts. If you're happy about that, clap your hands. Mata dropped. So, it's Mata who's dropped. I think it will be a 4-3-3, which I don't disagree with. Rashford starts as well. So, we've got De Gea in goal, Valencia, Bailly, and Jones and Darmian. No Daily Blind. Surprised at that, everybody? Matic, Pogba, Herrera, Mkhitaryan, Rashford, Lukaku. So I would suspect that will be a 4-3-3. There's no way it could be anything else. It certainly couldn't be a 3-5-2 because there's only 2 centre-backs in there. So we're looking at a 4-3-3, I think, which I think we've got to adapt. All those people who were worried about Herrera, in fairness, not many people were, because I think most people were of the opinion of me and a lot of you as well, that it's a long season. Herrera will play, and this is the game he will play in. So nice to see Herrera back. The bench consists of Romero, Blind, Smalling, Carrick, Mata, Lingard, and Martial. So strong bench as well, strong team. I've got no issues with it. Give us your thoughts on it, and whilst you're doing that, just so you can get ahead of me a little bit. I'm going to just sort the team out for you as well. And I'm hoping, he says, I'm hoping I can get the team news up for you. Here we go. Text. De Gea in goal, of course. Who else? So we've got De Gea, Valencia, Bailly, Jones. Darmian comes in for Blind. So no Daily Blind. He's on the bench. Matic, Pogba, Mata comes out. Herrera comes in. So it'll be a 3-3-3. A 4-3-3. Learn how to spell. And Rashford starts instead of our man, Martial.
Right.
Hi Ross, can you hear me?
Yeah, Mark, you alright?
Yeah, not too bad. You seen the team?
I have seen the team. Yeah, to be honest, me and Marcus were actually chatting about this yesterday, and we both made the decision, like mutually, that we wanted to drop Mata for Herrera because it being away at Stoke. So I'm quite pleased about that, and you can kind of see it coming. I don't know if you predicted that as well.
I thought he'd drop Mkhitaryan, to be honest. Just simply because Mata's been playing on the right and Mkhitaryan's been playing centrally, so I presume Mkhitaryan will now switch to play on the right.
Yeah, it makes sense. But to be honest, we all agree. I think we all have agreed that Herrera was to come in this game, and I think that's the right decision to make, given that Stoke are quite a bullying team, and I think he'll just shore up the midfield away from home. So I'm quite pleased about that, and also pleased to see Herrera start a game, because obviously we've kind of forgotten about him because of Matic, but he is a quality player, so it'd be good to watch him.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I people might be surprised by this, but I wasn't opposed to Fellaini starting, because I just wanted to go and bully them for an hour, because that's Stoke tactics, and then bring the better players on. So I think I'd gone with a Fellaini midfield, 3 of Pogba and Matic, with Mata on the right, and then bring Mkhitaryan and Martial on with half an hour to go. But, you know, I never expected to be right. I'm certainly not going to moan about it. And it is the 4-3-3, which I agree with you, that was the way to go in this game. I don't think we can play that attacking, expansive role every single game. It's chucking it down with weather. It's chucking it down with rain in Stoke at the moment as well. I don't think the tactics change that much, Ross. I think it's still, we go 4-3-3, we give them a battle, and we've got people on that bench, i.e. Martial, who can come on and win us the game.
Yeah, definitely. I was actually quite shocked to see Rashford play, given the fact that Martial's just sat at home for the last week or so. But I
think he's probably his performances, his performance for England sort of probably forced his way in. Because I agree with you. I think Martial hasn't done anything wrong. He's very fresh. Rashford's obviously been on international duty, but he keeps him in.
Yeah, he did. He did. Do you know what? He proved a lot of people wrong. He even proved me wrong. 'Cause I thought in a crap England team he would struggle, but no, he was the best player for England in the international break. So it's good to see him start. But it's going to be interesting. And the good thing about this season is that teams like Stoke, who we in the past we've always been an inferior team. We had small centre backs, small midfielders, and we've always got bullied. Now I'm looking at our team thinking, I don't care if it's Stoke. We should be bullying them. And I'm looking at corners again today, attacking corners, and that's, to be honest, that's where I think our biggest goal threat will probably be today, an attacking corner, because they're really hard to break down, Stoke. So chances are going to be few and far between, I think.
Yeah, and on the subject of Rashford and Martial, I think as well, if you're sort of going to graft it, and you don't, it's not often you go anywhere in the Premier League away from home and just impose yourself from minute one. You've got to graft, and I think Martial, Rashford, who's the better grafter for the first half, and Rashford probably does suit the graft element of the game more than Martial does. So I wouldn't read too much into it. I think maybe Mourinho does sway towards Rashford than he does Martial. I'd probably sway the other way. You know, other people would be unable to choose between the two. Some people would prefer Rashford. But as I've said before, the fact that we have both of them is fantastic. But onto the game itself, Ross. This game is the sort of game that if you're going to win the title, we've not beat them in 4. We've got to go there. If we are going to be title contenders, I believe, well, you said on the last show that we were talking about the difference between winning your first 3 games of the season last year, international break, winning the first 3 games this year, international break. What's the difference? And you were saying, you know, there's a big difference in the way we're playing, the mentality. There's no difference if we come back after this international break and lose like we did last year. So this is the difference, really. It's about going to places like this and winning.
Yeah, massively, and it's annoying actually. It's annoying that we're playing at 5:30 because sometimes you play at 5:30 and you know a few other teams have lost and you can gain an advantage, but we've got really nothing to gain apart from retain our top spot. We're not really going to pull away from any of our rivals as such, but it is a must win game, and yeah, I think you're right. We have to win it to set this season different to last season, because it will have a bit of deja vu about it. Even a draw for me. I know like a draw away at Stoke is deemed as a good result nowadays, but not for a title winning team. If you want a top 4, yeah, fantastic. Yeah, that is a good point. But if you want to win the Premier League, you've got to be, this is 3 points and it has to be.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Let's just have a look at what some people are saying in the live comments. So we've got George Max saying 5-0 to United. I want your score prediction actually. When will Lindelof get his chance? Says hello hi. I forgot about him. I think he did okay on international break again. Careful of Joe Allen, says Wang Chuk. Great competition between Rashford and Martial, says Alex Bork. Thoughts on Man City's 5-0 win, says playlist account. We'll probably touch on that at some point, but it's not, certainly not top of the agenda at the moment. Will Pogba play as a number 10, says Tom Gerrard. Good point. I think Pogba needs to be the supporting for Lukaku. They've got a very strong back 3. They play 3 centre backs, and he needs that support, and Pogba can give that physicality. Fellaini's not in the squad, so that's why he's not written in there. And Lindelof will play against Basel, says MLG. And we need to win today, says Bobby Charlton. What's what MD says it'll be a boring game. I don't care if we win it, mate. What's your thoughts on the game, Ross? What score prediction wise, and the way it'll pan out?
I'm just really pleased Bobby Charlton's watching the United stand.
I'm a big fan.
Yeah. Score prediction. A mate of mine's actually gone for 2-1. I think we're going to win 1-0, or maybe even 2-0. But I think I'm going to go with 1-0 because it's going to be such a tight game. And historically, all my score predictions tend to go the complete opposite way. So hopefully it does turn into 5-0. But I just think 1-0. And to be honest, for me, it's that nil. I want the nil. I want a clean sheet because I think, 4-3 will look great or whatever, or even 4-2, but 4-1. But you get a clean sheet, 4 games, conceded no goals is a massive, massive statement.
Yeah, definitely. And I think I went, I'm trying to think now, I think I went 2-0 to United. I think it'll be 1-0 for a long time. I think it'll be quite nervy, and then I think the quality will come on. They'll try and get the goal, and we'll kill them on the break, which is what we do. But, you know, I don't know whether people are joking when they say 5-0 or whatever. I mean, Kieran Byrne says 1-0 as well. Playlist account says 2-0. 4-0 says Asham. Stoke will frustrate us, says Roman. It's hard to predict, isn't it, Ross? Because I think United fans, we always err on the side of caution away from home anyway, because we've had so many disappointments. But there's no reason, the form we're in at the moment, there actually wouldn't be any reason to think that we could go and absolutely blow them apart. We've been playing that well, and cliche whatever, our spine is very, very strong. We could absolutely batter them in this game. So it's the big unknown when you've been on the international break as well. But I think there's positives in that team. I think Herrera coming in, you'd be a fool, I think, to predict that Herrera won't come in and play 8 out of 10, because he'll be desperate to play well and get back into that team. So that's the genius of Mourinho again, isn't it? Oh, I've got a difficult game against Stoke. I think, you know what, I won't play Herrera against Leicester. I'll keep him back for that, where I'll need a bit of extra. And then Matic has been so consistent. Pogba's playing well. I don't see any problems, but the Premier League's the Premier League.
Yeah, it is. But I think Herrera had a break as well. So he, like you say, he will be absolutely raring to go. My only worry with Herrera, and I hope I'm not calling it early, I don't want to, is his disciplinary record. Because like you say, he's going to be trying so bloody hard. The ref needs to be aware and not give silly bookings away too early. But I'm really excited to see Herrera play. Yeah, obviously Matic is the first choice, and that, do you know what? Having Matic and Herrera playing together away from home should give more scope for the wing backs to actually get quite a bit forward, because you've got Matic and Herrera sitting in front of a back two. You're almost completely, not valuable to a counter attack. So I'd go with it, and hopefully we can get Pogba and Lukaku linking up, which is what we need to see, and early goal is going to be key.
Yeah. I don't know who the referee is. That is always a consideration. It's a good comment from that person who said it. I missed their name as it whizzed through, but the referee definitely would have potential to impact on the game, as we saw in that Man City. I mean, very quickly, Ross. I don't know. Have you seen that sending off? First of all, it's unfair of me to say if you haven't.
Yes, I have. Yeah.
Thoughts? Red card or not?
Red card for me.
Yeah. See, I didn't think it was. I didn't. But the brilliance of football. It's the brilliance of football.
Well, do you know what? It's that if it was Sunday League football, it's not a red card. And if it's Premier League 10 years ago, it's not a red card. What the Premier League's evolved into, and for what I've seen red cards go for in the Premier League, that is now a nailed-on red card. But I do get it why it isn't. But I just think that it's what the Premier League's evolved into. It is a red card nowadays, and the refs have to be consistent.
Have a Guinness, Ross, says Sander. I hope you are. And
oh mate, I'll put a 4-pack in the fridge.
Good. The only reason, look, obviously I'm not a Liverpool fan, far from it, but the only reason I didn't think it was a red card is because it was totally unintentional. And if that was, I always try and relate it to United, and I thought, if that's Rashford running through after 10 minutes and it's 0-0 against Stoke and he gets sent off with 80 minutes to go and we lose 3 points for that, I would be fuming. But I can see why it's a red card. Of course I can. I don't think any account should be given about the injury that the player receives, because it's horrible what's happened to him, but it wasn't intentional anyway. So
you know what? It's similar to the one we had against us last year, where Zlatan scored with a higher foot and he got disallowed.
Yeah. And
again, that consistency, because that was a perfectly good goal that should have been given, but according to today's rules, it was a foul apparently. So that's what I mean with the consistency. And to be honest, the refs are getting consistent with it to a point. But I wouldn't want the Premier League to go down that route where that is a red card. But I just think that nowadays it is, unfortunately.
I think Ian Forward's spot on, actually. He said the ref had to give a red. If he'd given a yellow, there would have been absolute controversy. And I don't think people like Gary Lineker help with his tweet saying it was a ridiculous decision and everything like that, because I guarantee if he'd not given a red, Gary Lineker there would be hanging him out to dry on Match of the Day tonight. I don't like that referee. I think he's very poor, but he had an impossible decision to make, and I think common sense he made the right decision by giving it, because if he doesn't give it, City lose their goalkeeper. There would have been that would have been an absolute storm if he hadn't given it. So there we go. I might only bring it up, one, because somebody had mentioned it in the live comments, but two, it's just again an indication of how you can go into a game totally prepared, and a decision like that goes against you, and your game plan changes. But hopefully that won't happen to us tonight. We need to get this game well and truly won. When have you got to go, Ross? You've got to go soon, haven't you?
I've got another 10 minutes yet.
Another 10 minutes. Okay, well, we'll do this while I've got you there then. Let me just get that page on. Okay, so we always have a little bit of a chat about bets, because people like a bet on the football, and we certainly do it. But we've also got a very, very good offer for you today, which is not that one. It's the chance to get Manchester United to win the league. It's a massive 8-1. You won't get this anywhere else, and it's only available for the next 45 minutes. It's been up for the last week, but Manchester United to win the league 8-1. I think the best you can get is about 3-1 at the moment. It's a link in the video description. It's exclusively with 10bet and the United stand. So once you've signed yourself up, the link in the video description, you need to go to Premier League, where we're going to have a look at the United odds anyway. You go to League Bet Markets when it decides to load. There it is. League Bet Markets. And is it in special bets? It's not there at the moment. Right, okay. Well, we'll come back to that. Anyway, that's good. It was there when I last checked. Anyway, let's check on Manchester United versus Stoke. I don't like it when it's fractional. I like decimal. Have you got a bet on, Ross?
I haven't, but I'm going to put one on. My top tip, I bloody hope it happens, is Pogba to score first, I'm going with, because it's that set piece thing, and I fancy Pogba today.
Okay, so Pogba is anytime goal scorer 3.55. So if you put a fiver on that, you'd win about 20 quid. If you put a tenner on it, you win about 35 quid. My tip for today, I think that's an absolute bargain again. Very, very good odds you can get on 10bet anyway. Tend to be a lot better than everybody else's. But Lukaku to score at any time, double your money. Tenner wins you 20 quid. I don't think there's any better bet than that. You can always be a bit greedy and go first goal scorer. A tenner would win you 42, but I think any time.
That's what I do. I'm a greedy bastard. That's what I do.
So you go for, yeah. I see. I'm more conservative. I think that if you want to double your money tonight, Lukaku to score at any time, tenner wins you 20 quid. That's my tip top of the day. I was just having a quick look. Exact score. 2-0 to United, 6.65, so a tenner would win you 66 quid. I quite fancy that. Ross, you'd gone 1-0, haven't you?
Yeah, 1-0, mate.
Not much difference. 1-0, 6.15, so a tenner would win you 60 quid. So Ross thinks Pogba at any time, 3.55, tenner wins you 35. I think Lukaku any time is absolute fantastic value to double your money. And then we're pretty much the same, 2-0, 1-0, same sort of odds, tenner wins you around 65 quid. So link in the video description for that. Sign up through, I forget where I am now, sign up through the link in the video description with 10bet. And the big thing about that is if you sign up through 10bet now or before the start of the game, we are actually announcing a winner of a Manchester United shirt at half time. You've got to just sign up on the link in the video description, put a bet on, you go in the draw, we'll announce it at half time. What a way to win a Manchester United shirt. Home, away, or boring grey. Link in the video description, get signed up. You've got to put a bet on, not just sign up though, otherwise you won't be in it. Lewis Webber says take both 1 and 2-0, split the tenner, go 5 off each, 35 quid in the bank. You make 25 quid profit. Much cleverer than me, Ross. Much cleverer than me. Lukaku's got competition for top scorer now, says Critic. Is that something that bothers you, Ross? I presume they're talking a lot about the people like Gabriel Jesus, Lacazette and Morata. I think it's a nice personal thing for Lukaku to get, but ultimately I don't care if he only scores 15 if we win the league.
Yeah, exactly that. I couldn't care less if he scored 5 and assisted 15, 20. I think what he brings to us is more than goals, to be honest, which I know we signed him primarily for goals, but it's looping other players into the play, and obviously like we were saying the other week, pinning the defenders back, which is what Zlatan can't do, unfortunately, and yeah, bringing other players in. And I think Mkhitaryan's benefited a lot from having Lukaku up there, and yeah, I don't care about players' individual achievements, to be honest. We all know. I thought we got absolutely robbed on the Player of the Month and Manager of the Month, so we all know we're not going to get the favourable odds there. So we just need to win the Premier League for me. Couldn't care less about the rest.
Big win. I was really hoping Leicester were going to get a late equaliser. Leicester lose to Chelsea. That's a big 3 points for Chelsea. We've got to start looking. Well, we've got to. I suppose we've got to win today. I think if we win today, we can start to think about title. I know it's ridiculously early still, but it's a good 3 points to get today if we do it. Anything else than that, and I don't think we can start talking about title challenges yet. But we do also need to start keeping an eye on our other people, and that would have been a good good couple of points for Chelsea to drop today. So a bit disappointed by that, but we've got to go and do our other bits. Playlist account. Just before you go, Ross, I'm just going to quickly pop for a quick toilet break. I'll be 1 minute, but there's a good question here which you sort of touched on. A draw today. Happy with that?
No. No, not at all, to be honest. I just think a draw will feel like a loss. And a little bit of that is because of all the other sort of rival clubs and rival teams have all hit results today, to be honest. So we need to retain that top spot. I don't know how it is for goal difference. I think if we draw, we may still go top ahead of Man City, but I'm not so sure, to be honest. So it's got to be a win. If we draw, it's just deja vu for last season, which I'm not. I won't be happy with, because we need to improve on last season. We did the 3 games, 3 wins, but if we don't win this today, it's deja vu. And even though we have started so much better than last season, you have to cap it off with a win and make that 4 games. Otherwise, yeah, like I say, it's just exactly the same. So draw for me would be an absolute travesty. It feel like a loss, and I'll be depressed not for the whole week, because obviously I think we're playing Tuesday, but I'll be depressed for a few days, certainly.
Yeah,
don't know if you're back yet.
Yeah, I think it certainly has the potential. It's a very hard game to predict today, but I think just in light of everyone else's results, we really could do with winning it if we're wanting to go and win the title, as early as that sounds to say that. But we've still got more goals than City, says Ewan Gordon. Yes, we have. We definitely have. And all the big teams are winning, Mr. Anonymous said this weekend, which is true. And Pereira is playing at the moment for Valencia. I'm aware of that. I don't know what the score is though. And Levan's very happy with the lineup. Do you need to get off then, Ross? It's about 10 minutes ago now.
Yeah, thanks, Matt. I need to get the Guinness on, and I'm trying to set up BT Sport on my TV at the minute.
All right, okay. Well, thanks for popping on. Sunday night, tomorrow night?
Cheers, Matt. Yeah, mate, it is indeed. And I'll be on.
Cool. All right. Well, get that Guinness down you soon, and let's hope the luck of the Guinness will carry on this run. 1-0 Ross said, and Pogba to score. Let's see if he's right. You can follow him at Twitter at Naz90. Cheers, Ross.
Cheers, mate. Bye-bye.
Ta-da. Just while Ross has gone there, I'm just going to twist my light because it's putting way too much light onto my face, and I don't like it, so I'm just turning it slightly. You might not be able to hear me actually. I just realised that my microphone is in the wrong direction, but it is slightly putting a bit too much light on my face, and I don't like it, to be honest. Right, I'm back in the room. We've nearly got 2,000 watching. I don't know whether that's good or not. Remember to drop a share, drop a like. One thing we do like to do, is get 1,000 likes before kickoff, because we are superstitious. Fellaini, I think, is potentially injured. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I might have considered picking him, to be honest, in this game. If I'm absolutely honest, 4-3-3 was always the way to go, and very happy with that formation. I think it's intelligent, and I think it's exactly the sort of thing that Mourinho would do in a fixture like this, because we need to win it. We need to win it, and I think you can't always just attack. I think Mourinho's been very open about the fact that we are where we are because of the fact that we've attacked, but it's a 38-game season, and I'll be more than happy with a 1-0 battle today, and I think Mourinho would be as well. But the energy and enthusiasm that we'll get from Herrera will be a big positive. But as Ross says there, we don't want him to be over exuberant, because he does pick up yellow cards, doesn't he? We don't want loads of those. Okay. All the results are in. Arsenal won, Spurs won. Good win for them as well. Shawcross is injured. Is that good? Well, I think it's good. He's their captain, and he always plays well against United, in my experience. But their replacement, as you would call it, they've got Wimmer playing. I think they're set up quite different to how I predicted in the preview, actually, because they've got Martins Indy on the bench as well. So the team for Stoke is Butland, Zuma, Wimmer, Cameron Diouf, Fletcher, Allen, Peters, Shaqiri, Jesse, Choupo-Moting. So Choupo-Moting plays on the left, Shaqiri on the right, Jesse up front, Allen and Fletcher midfield 2, and then Peters and Diouf would be like wing backs, with Cameron, Wimmer and Zuma as your centre backs. They are slightly weakened, I think. They don't have a very strong bench. We do. We should be winning this game. We should win this game. 100%. And I really hope we do, for obvious reasons. Jez Pla says, I'm really excited to see Herrera in this team. We got the fog back again. I'll tell you what, it's lighting, that is. It's lighting, which will change as the game goes on. But I can mess around with it a bit here. Mkhitaryan is not a forward, says Oscar Domberg. And don't know like that. You gotta be a bit careful when you're alive trying to sort this out. That's not too bad. The fog's gone. Come on, United, says Brody Hanley. JW Vid says Super Chat. I would look, don't talk to me about Super Chats. They don't necessarily get read out as they come up on the screen unless I'm mid-conversation when it happens. But they always get gone back to. And we can do that for you now. Let's have a look. So, Mark, do you now prefer Matic over Herrera? Says JW Vids. Oh, surprise. Well, thanks for the contributions, pal. Do I now prefer Matic over Herrera? I do prefer Matic over Herrera in the centre defensive midfield role. And for all those people who say, well, you didn't want Matic, I didn't want Herrera as a centre defensive midfielder either. And I was very consistent about that last season, that Herrera as a centre defensive midfielder, he can do the job, and I think he certainly does it better than Fellaini does it, but I don't think it's Herrera's best position by any means, and I'm happy. I'm surprised, but I'm very happy with what Matic is doing, and long may that continue. The lineup is going along the bottom of the screen, but the lineup is De Gea, Valencia, Jones, Bailly, Darmian in for Blind at left back. Not really mentioned that much, have we? Matic, Pogba, Herrera midfield 3, Rashford on the left, Mkhitaryan on the right, Lukaku up front. So it is a 4-3-3. Tajaldan Roach has just asked, is Mkhitaryan playing on the right? Yes, he is. And Lynn Hall says he's hoping that there is a good understanding between Matic and Herrera. I want to see Herrera getting forward when possible, like the box-to-box player we know he can be, but he's also got to get used to playing with Matic. Mark, can we be more than friends, please? Says Eddie Lawrence. I'll sometimes read comments without reading them, if you know what I mean. It's too late since I've correct my bench. My bench is apparently wrong. I'll have a look at that in a minute. Southampton lost to Watford, says Tom Gerrard. They did. Herrera is quality. Matic is quality, says Gerard Duggan. JW Vids made another contribution. Thank you to that. Everyone liked the video. 500 likes and we'll win. 1,000 likes and we'll win. That's the normal standard. I know viewing figures have dropped because everyone's disappeared because of the international break, but you can all bloody come back now and we'll have 1,000 likes, thank you. And if we don't win before kick-off with 1,000 likes, it's your fault. It's going to be interesting, this one, says Jay Harrod. I agree. I hope we get the 3 points, says Josh 33. Come on, Manchester United, says Oscar. And all that matters is winning, even if it's ugly, says George Kyle. I agree. I think today it is 100% that is true. It is all about winning. It's a tricky game, says Gay34. And could it be 4-3-1-2 with Mickey in behind Rashford and Lukaku? Could be. Sandro Ross, let's see. We'll keep an eye on that. Of course it could be. Pogba to score a screamer, says Pogba FC. And I think Herrera will be the key to our season when we're playing 2 games a week, says Jeff Hepner. A very good comment. And I did say this. We did discuss this, didn't we? That the first 3 games of the season are pretty much a mini league. You play 1 a week. You can put your strongest team out, then it's the international break, and then bada, hello, here we are. This is the real season now. Today is where the real season starts. We're playing Saturday, we're playing Tuesday, we're playing next weekend, we're playing midweek, and that goes on now till the international break. We're playing weekend, midweek for the next 3 or 4 weeks, which is great because it means loads and loads of matches for us to watch, but it means you've got to use a squad. And yeah, it is now, and it is now to use the squad. Mark, can you please make the lineup on full screen like the way you do it on previews, says Mali Mane. I can, but I haven't got the right one, so I can't, if you know what I mean. Zlatan News, says Iris. I don't know what the Zlatan News. Pog Boom 2-1 says no preference. X Fungirls made a contribution. Thanks for that. You can do that through the super chat option at the bottom, which is the $sign. Please do leave us a comment though, because if you're going to contribute to the channel, we want to give you a bit of a shout out. Chelsea scraping wins, says Ankit. Well, you know, it's all about the base, no trouble. No, what it is all about is 3 points, isn't it? We saw City do it last game week against Bournemouth, scraping a result, and that you know, as harsh as it sounds, that's how you win titles. And that's why I don't really care if we were to scrape a result today. I'll be more than happy with that. More than happy. Just having a quick look at the next round of Premier League fixtures. So Liverpool have got Burnley. You'd expect them to win that and bounce back. Tottenham, Swansea, you'd expect them to win that. Just looking at Chelsea's next game. It's on the Sunday. They're playing Arsenal, so that's a big game. You'd expect them to win that, and then we're playing at 4 o'clock against Everton next Sunday. So City must be playing on the Monday? No? When is City playing? Oh, City are away to Watford. They'll probably win that. So fixtures are starting to become quite predictable. We need to win, don't we? Roma Dude Skulls, he says, Mark, we have to win today. There's no other way around it. I'm with you on that. I don't think. Look, if we draw this game, there can't be Arsenal fan TV ranting or anything like that. There can be disappointment, but there can't be ranting unless somebody's done something really stupid. There's every chance we could draw today, but I think we've got to win it. My feeling is that we are top of the league, clear top of the league by a couple of points over most teams now. And if we keep winning, that continues. And you look at the next 4 league games, Stoke, Everton, Southampton, Crystal Palace, they're all winnable. This is potentially the hardest game. Southampton aren't playing very well at the moment, so this is potentially our hardest game. We need to go and win this game. And momentum, confidence, everybody else around us will start to worry. So, yeah, we need to go and win this game of football. Let's have a look what else people are talking about. We're nearly at 1,000 likes, so keep liking. Did we laugh at Liverpool already, says Asham. And no, we haven't laughed at Liverpool too much because it was City who beat them. So that's the downside of it. But I was very happy with it. I was very happy with very happy with Liverpool losing. But I think there was a very good comment from Xander. He said, I'd rather Liverpool win that because Liverpool won't win the league, but City can win the league. So I still quite like the fact that Liverpool lost. I'll be totally honest with you. There we go. Back in the room. 20 minutes till kick-off. Well, 25 minutes, Adil, it is. Do you think Herrera will play alongside Pogba as a CAM, says Pramod? I think I think Pogba will play more advanced, and I think it will be a midfield too. We can't, we are the away team. We've got to show some respect to what will obviously happen in this game, and that is they will come at us like a freight train in the first bit. I haven't seen the Lukaku and Rashford interview. No, Sean Connors. So people are asking me that. I haven't seen it. Cameron's watching from Australia. I'd rather both teams drew, says Leven. Clearly not a Manchester United fan, unless he's talking about Liverpool City. You've got Darmian on the first team and the subs list, says Weston. Oh, okay, we'll live. Why do I hate Liverpool so much? It's just inbred into me over the years. They were a very good team when I was growing up, and I didn't like them. And then I just don't like them. Let's see how Herrera performs today, says Ian Forward. Okay, I'm going to change this because I'm fed up of people going on about the team list. Most of the time, nobody ever reads the team list. They're like, what's the team news? And it's going along the bottom of the screen. And now, everyone can't stop focusing on the team list about Darmian. Well, he's out. I'm taking Darmian out. Hopefully I've got everyone else right. Yes. Yes, now it's all right. People are watching from Singapore and Trinidad. Liverpool have the worst centre-halves in the league. That first goal that City scored, when it actually was 11 against 11, was just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Epic Vines says, I'm fat and ugly. Look, mate, I might be ugly, but I'm certainly not fat. Liverpool still our most hated rivalry, despite the corrupt oil money in City, says Andrew K. I haven't seen Zlatan's Instagram either. If someone wants to update me on it. I'm struggling a bit today, actually. I just want to get through to the game and start. Ankit says, do you think a happier Jose is worse for our rivals? Yes. Raf10 says we need to get first place back. And Mane, red card, we've discussed. Fellaini can win us the league, says Ryan Belsey. Well, he's not doing a very good job today. The one game I thought Fellaini would be useful in, and he's not here. I presume he's injured. But I only presume. International break, you see. I just read a fantastic comment. It's nothing to do with Fellaini. It's a comment on Twitter. It just made me laugh. Bakayoko is Fellaini without a wig. What a slum midfielder. Fabinho made him a career. Somebody. Somebody stop me. He must be injured because there's just no way that Mourinho wouldn't have Fellaini as an option in this game. You just wouldn't. The Times say that he picked up a minor calf injury on international duty. So there you go. You've got it official. There we go. Plenty of people watching. We're probably going to hit 1,000 likes before the game starts, which is good. Laid Back Studio says we're going to score 4 goals today. And the game hasn't even started, says Withers. Fellaini picked up... Yeah, we know that. I predict 3-0, keeping the clean sheet, says It's Drifty. We're also almost at 133,000 subscribers, says Buzz. I hadn't noticed that. So if you are new to the United Stand, make sure you click that subscribe button in the bottom right hand corner. And when you do, we've had problems this week. I don't know whether anyone else is having this, but if you are a subscriber or not, make sure. I mean, even if it is done, the bell option, which is next to your subscribe thing, just unclick it and click it again, because loads of people aren't getting notifications when we go live. If you are new, click subscribe, click the bell thing, because we're a live content channel. Every bit of content we do is pretty much live, so you need to get that notification when we go live if you want to know what we're doing. But as a sign, 8 o'clock every night we're live, every night, Monday to Friday, 8 o'clock, Sunday night live at 8 o'clock. Match reactions. I'm also thinking about bringing the daily morning show, which is about 7:30, Monday to Friday back. But loads of content. If you love United or you just like interacting with football fans, get involved with the United Stand. We've got a fantastic community, and get involved. When Liverpool will win the league, pigs will fly, says Drakos. Remember, we have good away form, says Andy Easton. We do. Do you think the weather will affect our performance, says Nathan Morton? It could do, but we have got very strong physical players as well as being technically good. So I think we'll be all right. We are a technically better team. When will it go to the match, says Rebecca Webb. You're in for a disappointment. We've still got people coming here who think they can watch the game. And do you think you can reach 150,000 subscribers by the new year? I think you can. I don't know. We've hit 1,000 likes, so United are going to win. Well done to everyone who's dropped a like on the video. United will win now. It's our little superstition. It's very similar to Ross and his Guinness, but we'll win. We'll definitely win now. I'd rather have Martial than Rashford, says Adil Hussein. You know what? I'm quite laid back about that. Long season. Martial's done very well off the bench. Didn't do so well against Leicester starting. Rashford, I think, is a better starter. I'm sure we'll see Martial on at some point, and it just keeps people hungry, doesn't it? So, yeah. I'd love to keep a clean sheet as well, Andrew K. I think that is what you build a confidence and a psychological defeat for the opposition if we keep clean sheets. So, you know what? You can never predict a game in over 90 minutes, but I look at that Stoke side and I don't see that much of a concern. It doesn't mean that they can't score a goal. Mark, do you think Perisic would start at left midfield for us in a game like this? If so, how would you play him? He'd probably play where Rashford is, to be honest. Yeah. Tom Gerrard wants me to use the yellow pen for absolutely no reason at all. I'll do it just to give him a little bit. There you go, Tom. There's a little bit of yellow pen for you. As you can see, that studio's empty at the moment. It's a bit sad, isn't it? Not good results for us this week, says Lucas Letner. Well, it isn't. But when when all your rivals get good results, you know what you do? You get the same result and then you just write it off. That's what happens. Ferris Odie, thanks for the contribution. He says, thoughts on Makola? Absolutely none. Not getting involved in that. Not getting involved in it. Absolutely ridiculous. What is that all about? Manchester United fans attacking United fans. You know what I say to that? It doesn't matter. I don't think people understand the poverty or lack of funds the vast majority of Manchester United fans have globally. To be arrogant about the fact that you get to go to games or you're not a real fan because you don't go to games is ridiculous. It doesn't matter where you sit. It's what is in your heart that matters. And for me, anybody who supports Manchester United is part of the United family. That's me. When it comes to United, that's me. So I'm all inclusive. That's what the United stand's all about. If other people want to be, I'm better than you, I know more than you, you don't go to games, this, that and the other, fine, let them crack on. Sad little lives, but let them crack on. I don't understand why people attack United fans, but ultimately, I just think it's very, I don't care, people can say what they like about me, it doesn't matter, but to tell people they're not proper United fans because they don't go to games, do they realise how many fans we have from all corners of the earth and how expensive it would be for them to come to a United game? I'm sure it's their holy grail to do it, and maybe one day they'll get to do it once or twice in their life, but ridiculous. And I'll tell you what, the most important thing is not my opinion, it's the opinion of our club, Manchester United. Do you think they care more about people who go to the ground than the people who don't? No, they don't. As long as you make some sort of contribution to that club, whether it's buying shirts or not, that's all they're bothered about. So I don't get it. We fell into the trap a couple of years ago of arguing with the other United fans. We don't do it anymore. It's absolutely childish. I don't understand it. If they're United fans, they're all part of the United family. Crack on. Yellow pen with the team. What do, says Tem Gerard. Like me, not everyone can afford tickets to games. I live in South Africa, says AJ Nell. I'm not bothered. Matta's on the bench, says Me Davis. Apparently I've missed him. Well, I'm not missing Matta out. I say I'm not bothered. I totally am. We can't not have not have Wan on the bench. I shall add him on next to Martial, and not in little letters de Cesare. Okay, there we go. Matta's on bench. There he is. No, somebody just said there, Mark says he's not getting involved, but he's not getting into a rant. I'm not getting involved in little individual calling people names or anything like that. That's not what I'm getting involved in. And I'm not going to start saying, oh, other United outlets are idiots or stuff like that. No, I'm not saying those words at all. But what I am saying is I don't understand divisive people who want to try and make out that they're more of a fan or somebody's not a fan or this, that and the other. I think it's very, very childish. I do. But that's not me having a pop at individuals. I'm not naming names. If you want to determine who that is, that's fine. But ultimately, why do people do it? Why do people do it? If it was a Liverpool fan or something like that, I understand. But we're Manchester United fans. We've got a massive global support. And to victimise people because they don't go to games, they're not that important, or you don't know as much as me. You know what? I don't care if my next door neighbour, who's a Chelsea fan, comes round and says, you know, I support Manchester United now. I don't care. It doesn't get my blood boiling. I wouldn't say I'm a better fan than them if they decide to support my club. Some people might think that's bloody ridiculous if somebody does that. That's your opinion, but it's not mine. Sawyer says, I hate how people criticise Lukaku on his first touch when Zlatan is the one with the heavy touch. I think Zlatan's first touch is way better than Lukaku's. Way better. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up, says the Man United. Screen chat's frozen. Sorry. I don't know why. There we go. Greetings from Australia. It's 1:47, says Lies Please, and I'm pumped and can't wait. Cheers, Mark. I love watching your vids instead of studying in the morning. Well, study, pal. It is important to study and do your exams. I don't want you not to do that, but it's good that you enjoy the United Stand, and the community we've got is a fantastic community, and let's always stick together as fans, collectively, globally, and just enjoy Manchester United. That's what it's all about. I know Manchester United's important to us all, but we're all fans. Let's stick together. We can disagree without being abusive. Anyway, you've not got that long. You've not got that long if you want to win a Manchester United shirt at half-time. I apologise if you are based in the US and you can't do this, because I know some countries can't, but we get given the promotions, and we can't really turn down the opportunity for one of you lot to win a United shirt. So how do you do it? The link is in the video description. It's a partnership with 10bet. You can get Manchester United to win the league at 8-1 if you sign up with them, but make sure before half time to do it. So I'd do it before kick-off, but it's up to you. Link is in the video description. Get yourself signed up with 10bet, and all you need to do to go in that draw is go to Premier League once you've signed yourself up. Go to outright to win the league, and then you can click Manchester United. It's 3.25 on there, so if you put a tenner on, you win £32.50. But because of this exclusive link up with Manchester United and 10bet, you can get enhanced odds 8-1 for United to win the league. So click the 3.25, put the bet on, and then you'll get an email from them saying that your odds have been enhanced to 8-1, and that will put you in the draw to win a United shirt. Alternatively, if you don't want to bet on United winning the league because you don't believe we are going to win the league, it doesn't have to be a bet on that for you to do it. You could just do Stoke versus Manchester United, and the bet I really like, which I think is good value, it's changed. Look, you should have got on it earlier. It was 2.0. 1.9 still very good. Lukaku to score at any time, 1.90. A tenner wins you 19 quid. Ross quite fancied Pogba to score at any time, 3.60. Tenner wins you 36 quid. Or if you fancy a score prediction, I don't normally like score predictions, but Manchester United to win 2-0, 6.40. Tenner wins you 64 quid. Or Ross went 1-0, tenner wins you 59 quid. Or you could just put a fiver on each and you're going to make a bit of profit if either of those come in. Link in the video description. Get yourself signed up. If you do that now, you will be in the draw for the half-time Manchester United shirt. Thanks to 10bet for that. We'll have more of those during the season as well, so get involved. Right. How are we all doing? I'm trying to just kill a bit of time. 10 minutes to go. 10 minutes to go. E-I-A-D-O. 10 minutes to go. 10 minutes to go until it all kicks off again. International break's been a long one. A long one, but it's back. And I think it's so important as we talk about the game there. It's so important that we keep this momentum going. happened last year. Win the first 3 games, come back, lost to Man City and Watford, first 2 games back after the international break. This year, we've got to get that momentum. And I don't, we might not flow. We might be scrappy today. But if we are going to be scrappy, let's make sure we win it. And we're scrappy in that way. I just remembered something. I hope he's ready. I think he is. Good news. I'm gonna get rid of that, and I'm gonna go there. So
you all right, mate?
I'm good. You?
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah.
Good.
Pleasure to be on.
Good.
I thought you forgot about me.
You are?
I thought you forgot about me.
No. I was. I never forget about you, mate. Always in there. So, thoughts on the game? Looking forward to it? Confident we're going to win it?
Oh, it's probably been the longest, 2 weeks watching that crap international break. I think it's a fantastic move. I know Ross said earlier, me and him were speaking yesterday or day before about Herrera for Mata. So I'm glad he's made that change. But I'm very surprised no Fellaini anywhere. So it'll be interesting to see what the plan B is going to be. If we're like 1-0 down or we're needing a second goal.
Yeah, I think he's got an injury, hasn't he? Old Fellaini.
Yeah, but I mean, the guy's a beast, isn't he? You wouldn't let a calf injury rule him out.
Yeah,
he was tailor made for this game. I was like you. I was quite certain that he would have started, but like I say, I was talking to Ross, and Herrera would have been the first choice. Energy, he reads the game pretty well, and I think it'll be really good to see how him and Matic do this evening. We've not seen that yet this season, so it'd be interesting to see.
Yeah, it certainly will. And obviously last season we had 9 points. We came back from the international break, and we sort of lost the first 2 games back after that. Are you confident we're going to win this game tonight, or do you think there might be a little bit of a banana skin here?
Well, I mean, going by history, it's a banana skin, isn't it?
We're not beating them in 4 games.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I think player for player, we are obviously the better team. We're playing better football than what we were last season, and I do think the players are well drilled this season in how to deal with these sort of games. It's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a physical game. Although Stoke do like to play football, they do like to sometimes get it on the ground and play.
Yeah.
But I do see us winning it. You say you think we're going to win the title, Mourinho's second season. If that's true, we got to go away to these sort of games, and we got to win. I think Darmian at left back is a very good move as well, because Shaqiri likes to cut inside. So I don't think if Blind was there, he would have the pace to keep up with him.
Yeah, I mean, people forget about that Daley Blind actually, he didn't actually play that well. He played okay, but he got done by Mahrez a couple of times in that game against Leicester. So I'm not, I think Daley Blind could have played, but it's not the end of the world that he's not, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, fine.
We're 6 minutes away. We're 6 minutes away from kickoff of this game. Manchester United versus Stoke. Stoke versus Manchester United. Whichever way you want to go with it. I was trying to get back to the live comments. Let us know where you are watching from. Obviously, we love to do that. So let us know where you're watching from, and we'll give you shout outs for that. I'm just trying to. I've just lost my way on my computer while I was talking to Marcus there, and I need to get back to where I need to be. My score prediction is 2-0. Marcus's score prediction is, I forgot already.
Do you know, I'm going to go with 3-0. I don't think their front, what's his name? Jesse, is it? Jesse?
Yeah. Or Hesse
Yeah.
or something.
Something like that, isn't it? I don't think he's going to cause Bay much problem. So I'm going to go 3-0. I think, I know Mark Hughes likes to up his teams, get them really up for the game against Manchester United. But I think if we get the first, it could be one of those games where the floodgates open. So I mean, Shawcross as well, missing for them. That's a big loss for them. He usually has pretty good games against United, coming from being an ex-United player. So yeah, I'm going to say 3-0. But I think it's going to be, to get the first goal, it's going to be tough.
Okay, well, we've got Slovakia, Ghana, India, Nepal, Jones. Oh no, that's not a place. That's that. Norway, Galway, Florida, Jamaica, Birmingham, Sierra Leone, Nepal, Jamaica, Florida, Indonesia, Jamaica, Princetown, and I thought we beat Stoke 3-0 in Louis van Gaal's last season, says Ishmael Abderran. But we haven't beat them in 4 games, apparently. Nepal, Jamaica, Gloucestershire, Toronto, London, says Taib, Jamaica, says Kerr, and lots of Jamaica, or it's just the same person typing it. London, Sri Lanka, Nagano, Japan, says Sebastian, and Old Trafford, says RSXD. You're on your own, mate. We're not at home this week. Bosnia, Ghana, and Trinidad, says Awesome Guy. London, says Mikasa, and Kuala Lumpur, says Abu. Indonesia, and Sweden, Manu T. I think we do need to win this though, because I do, for obviously reasons, but I just feel a little bit, not massively because we can't be greedy, but I just feel a little bit annoyed that especially Chelsea didn't drop points today. So they've won, all our rivals have won. The timer is beneath 0-0, so the timer will start as soon as the game starts, so don't worry about that. But yeah, I do feel a little bit aggrieved that none of our rivals dropped points. So apart from, well, I don't even class Liverpool as a rival. Come on, let's be serious. They've not won the league in about 50 years. Well, how can they be a rival? They're a rival in the fact that we don't like each other, but how can they seriously be a rival when we want to win the title? That's a dream for them, a big dream. So
you've got to have a dig, haven't you, somewhere?
I've got to have a dig, but we've got to win. We've got to win this game. This is the game that for me, if we win today, I'm not going to say we're going to win the league. I'm not even going to say we're in a title challenge. But if we want to if we want to do any of those things, beating Stoke away from home is exactly the sort of you've got to go and get 3 points there. Much the same way Chelsea have gone and got 3 points against Leicester away from home today. You've got to go and do it, and it's a big test. But you know what? I think Marcus is right. We could just go and absolutely batter them. We've certainly got the team to do it, but the Premier League is unpredictable, Marcus.
It is, yeah. I mean, on match days, anyone can beat anyone. The game is obviously not played on paper. If it was, I think we'd stroll the league. But I would honestly, I would be more worried if we were playing this game over the Christmas period. With the amount of fixtures, through the Christmas period, I'd have been much more worried about going to Stoke, say, on a Boxing Day clash, than what it is today. But I do think today, I honestly think we should be winning this. No questions asked, really. There's 1-2 changes, Darmian and Herrera, but they are good changes and they're understandable changes. They're not forced through injuries. So I do think we should be winning this. I really do. It's a pretty good bench as well. I mean, that's a decent bench. But the only thing, like I say, that bothers me is we're so used to seeing Fellaini on the subs bench or starting. It's going to be very interesting what the plan B is.
Well, some would say it's going to be very positive what the plan B is, but
well, yeah, some would, but we're so used to seeing him like the last 20-30 minutes. If we need a goal, you chuck him up there, but we've not got that height on the bench. So I mean, obviously Martial is the main threat off the bench. I suppose if you're going to try and get an intricate goal, then you need a playmaker, so that would be Mata. But yeah, I mean, apart from that, apart from injuries in the back four, there's not really any reason to bring on Smalling or Daley Blind, and I can't see any reason to bring on Jesse Lingard.
Yeah, I agree, and we're off. Oh, bloody hell, that caught me. That caught me out there. I was looking at something on the screen. We are playing in black, and that's what I was going to say. But we are off as well. So let me just get this timer up and running. We're only about 10 seconds in, so apologies for that. United playing in all black. It's not raining in Stoke at the moment, which is I don't know. People get a bit obsessed with the weather, especially in this country.
Yeah.
But it's the same for everybody.
It is, yeah. Nice to see Pogba's got that red strip in his hair. You won't be able to miss him there. I do think Ryan Shawcross is a massive loss to them. Captain as well. I
hope you're right, mate. I hope you're right.
Oh, I do. Yeah.
Well, Stoke actually just got in here behind our defence. Bit of a flat line, and that man Bailly getting back, but they were in behind the back down the left-hand side. I mean, somebody was saying that in the live comments as well. The left side is United's weak spot. That left-back spot, it gets changed every week. It's Blind. It's Darmian this week. It is our weak area. We know. We're very. You've said it many a time, Marcus, that we're so reliant on the right-hand side.
Yeah, I mean, the last few games that I've seen, everything goes down the right-hand side.
We're in here. Rashford's away.
Yeah. Come on.
Got to look at Lukaku. Oh, it worked. It worked. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky. I think Rashford's pass was poor there. Basically gets him down the right-hand side. He's away. He's clear. Lukaku's in the middle. And Rashford's pass is just poor and behind him. If he gets the pass right, Lukaku's tapping it in, I think. It's just a bad pass.
Yeah. Chances at both ends straight away, very early.
Yeah. I don't know why we got given a free kick. I don't know why Stoke got a free kick there. It was late on. Pogba was late on the Stoke player, to be fair. But yeah, two instances there of players getting in behind the goal. Taluntes says, I think it'll be a high-scoring game.
So a lot of people predicted that about the 12:30 game today. A lot of people, pundits, said it was going to be like 2-2, 3-3. I didn't actually hear anyone say it was going to be like a 5-0 one-sided affair.
I think the good thing for United is that Stoke are playing a back three, and they're playing quite a high line as well. The pitch looks quite big, but they're in behind our defence again now, and they just shoot wide. I mean, it's never going to beat De Gea from there, Hesse or whatever his name is, but it's odd. Both teams are playing quite high lines, and both teams are getting in behind each other. Again, a ball down the left-hand side, and Hesse gets away from Phil Jones. Phil Jones needs to keep his form up. I mean, he's getting into nosebleed territory, isn't he? Because he's staying injury free for longer than 6 games. But I don't know. Phil Jones, I've always said that I'll judge Phil Jones if he's still playing for United first team in November, because that'll tick 2 boxes. 1, that he's not done his normal thing of getting injured, and 2, that he's playing consistently well. Because Jones has had a bad reputation for a long time, and he started the season very well, but you can't say he's back and he's playing well just after 3 games. You've got to do it week in, week out.
Well, that's it. I think last season he had, 6, 7 games a run?
Yeah, and then he got injured.
Yeah, so hopefully, because what I have seen of him this season, and even in the pre-season games, he seems a lot better. He certainly proved me wrong in his defensive attributes. I really thought he was a shaky defender, couldn't really be trusted. But from what I've seen so far this season, he has actually done pretty well, and fair play to him.
As Kwame says, it's Mark Hughes' annual cup final when he plays United, and I think that's very true, Kwame. But having said that, this is exactly what we thought as well. Stoke on the front foot. They are the home team. They're getting the crowd up, and they're up for it. Which you can't. That's not United's fault. They are going to be up for it. But there's a lot of space in this game, and I think we just need to have a period of keeping hold of the ball, to be honest.
I thought that's how it was going to pan out, actually. United, assert their dominance in the first 5 minutes, pass it about, keep it nice and tight, but it's gone the complete opposite. Stoke have come out the traps really well.
Yeah, pressing and high and a lot of space, a lot of pace in their team.
Yeah, they know the weak point is down our left side, so they're trying to exploit it. So, I mean, hopefully...
was nearly into the box there.
Yeah.
Mkhitaryan.
Good switch of play though from Pogba, seeing Valencia's down the right hand side.
Yeah. Diouf used to be a striker when he left us. He's a wing back now, says Andrew K. Yeah, remember, Diouf was at United. One of many sort of people we tried that didn't work out. The score's 0-0. That's why it says 0-0 in the top right hand corner. This is a good game, says AJ now. It's quite an open game, I would agree. But see, ask me in 10 minutes if it's a good game. I don't want us to lose, and it's quite open. Andrew K says, I think we'll if we cope with the initial wave, we'll dominate them later on in the game, which I think is a very good point.
I actually thought that Stoke were going to play like the away side. Park the bus, sit deep, let United come onto them, then hit them on the counter attack. But it's been the complete opposite. But like you say, Mark Hughes always gets his team up with when United are in town, don't they? No matter what team he's managing.
Yeah, very true. Jermaine Donaldson, what do I think the result will be? I think 2-0 United is what I went with, wasn't it? Ahmed, I can do you a favour then. If you... There you go, Ahmed. I read your comment. I've done you a big, massive favour now. United will win for sure, says Uzar. And United stand, I think you're the best live streamer ever, says Footy Fans TV. Well, that's very nice of you. Thank you. Some people disagree, so it's all about opinion. Rashford's in down the left here. I still think Rashford needs to sort his final ball out, but he's still a young lad. Very interesting. I don't know whether you watched the England game, Marcus, but Rashford interested in that. Totally at fault for the first goal, then gets an assist and a goal. So,
do you know what? I think he's probably the shining light in the England team. He was literally the only reason why I watched the game.
Yeah,
was for him. And I think the first goal, totally down his fault. But then after that, he was just absolutely fantastic.
There's an interesting comment here from William Leach. He says, "You're about to see a show of pure brilliance against Stoke. They're going to look extremely ordinary. Lukaku, Rashford, Pogba goal scorers." Well, I like the confidence, William, and I really, really, really hope that you're right. I'll tell you what, though, with everyone winning, those teams above us like City and Chelsea winning, they'll be praying that we don't win today.
Yeah.
And all that good work before the international break disappears because they'll be up level with us after one game. So patience is the virtue in this. We've only just started, and as long as we come out with with a win at the end.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the first 8-9 minutes, it's I'll be quite happy to nick it 1-0 after I've seen how Stoke come out and started the game. But it will be interesting to see whether they can keep this pressure up for the full 90, and that will be when the gaps start to appear. Don't forget as well, like I said earlier, Shawcross missing. That's a leader out from the back. The organiser is not involved, so see if they've got the same communication.
Super XL Gaming says it's been a good start. we're starting to do what we were talking about 4 or 5 minutes ago. Is United just need to get hold of the ball and start passing it around a bit, because Stoke want to play like quick press and everything like that, and when they haven't got the ball, they can't do that. So I still think it's been a very equal first 10 minutes, but United are starting to win. Like Matic has just won a pass there, and you know, it's too early to say what's going to happen, but I can sort of sense what people are saying in the live comments as well, that I think United, as long as we don't concede, we'll pick these off, and we could be quite comfortable, but no chances yet for either side of note. And we are starting to get hold of the ball a lot more. And we have got Martial on the bench as well, as a few have been saying. We've got that option if we need it later on, which is a great option to have. Playlist accounts just said that. I'm watching that particular media outlet, and there is no timer on it either. Well, you have got one on here, so. Oh,
yeah, I've not got one either. Yeah.
Oh, it's a shame.
So I think possibly there's going to be a big reliance on Herrera as well to get forward and try and support.
Yes, and Pogba.
With Matic in there, we don't really need the two CDMs in there, so. You know, you could say that Pogba's got a free license, knowing that Herrera is going to be behind him and Matic as the midfield CDM. So it's going to be very important for Herrera to get up and down as well.
I don't know whether this is true, but Chad says that Stoke have got the most Champions League winners in their squad in the Premier League. That's
interesting.
True. As Hesse won it, or Jesse or whatever his name. Oh, Phil Jones, God, slipping a bit. Shaqiri might have won it at Bayern. I don't know whether he was there then. JD Season says, I don't care about the scoreline as long as United win and we keep a clean sheet. I don't care as long as we win. A clean sheet would be nice. Battering them would be nice, but 3 points is what we need.
Yeah, three points. After today, after the results today, it's got to be all about 3 points. Whether we win and play well or win and play ugly. A lot of people say that if you play ugly and get the result, it's the sign of champions. So I think Chelsea did it today away to Leicester. Didn't play particularly well, but they got the result.
Shells HD says Phil Jones is bad for my blood pressure. He's having a bit. He has started off a bit like that in this game, to be honest. He's had a couple of slips and that, but if he can improve. Carl Boardman thinks it's going to be a high-scoring game, 3 or 4, 5-0. Well, we'd love that. We'd love 3 or 4 or 5-0. Imagine that. People are going to meltdown. But we need to sort our final ball out because it's a bit poor at the moment.
But we're starting to assert a dominance now. Just keeping it on the floor, passing it around. Don't rush it. Don't force it.
Matthew McFadden says, Shaqiri, Fletcher, Jesse, Avalé, Bojan out on loan and possibly Diouf are all the Champions League winners in the Stoke. That's quite a lot. Quite a lot. They've got 5, apparently, says Dean Kelly. Unbelievable. It's not doing Stoke any good, though, is it? Sebastian says, how do you feel about Mkhitaryan starting? Nah, I probably would have played Mata. Obviously, Mkhitaryan's had a very good start to the season, but he's had a very good start to the season as a number 10. Mata's been playing out on the right, and Mata and Valencia have got a good understanding. So, Mkhitaryan, for me, as a winger, has never been that convincing at United. So, I would have played Mata and not changed a combination that worked. But Mkhitaryan has played very well, so does he deserve to be dropped? But he's been playing well in a number 10 position, which isn't available today. Oh, God. Marcus, your thoughts? You'd have played Mkhitaryan, wouldn't you, I think?
I would have played Mickey, yeah. Like I say, me and Ross, we spoke about it, and the obvious one for me was the Herrera for Mata, purely because of energy, speed, and I just think we needed that 3 in the midfield. I really thought Stoke, they do give a physical game, Yeah, I think so far in the game we're doing all right. We started a bit slowly. Um, last couple of minutes we kept it on the floor, working it, make the ball do the work, looking for a space, trying to create a chance.
Yeah, we are starting to, have a lot of the play at the moment,
Yeah,
which is good because that would just tire Stoke out and it eliminates their ability to, move the ball quickly and try and press us, which, in football, just keeping the ball is a good thing. Kill momentum. Oh, that's Pereira with a bad ball. Mohammed Adam says, switch the camera towards the face, towards the screen. Your face, why? So watch along, mate. We can't. It amazes me, but we do always get one or two every week. It's a watch along. We started doing these 2 years ago because viewers of the United Stand said, please go live when Manchester United games are on so that we can all chat about the game while we're watching it, or if we can't watch it, people can get updated. We can't show you the game. We haven't got the rights to show you the game. We're not about to do that because we'll get shut down. So we'll keep you updated and everything that's going on. But effectively, a watch along is just a watch along for you to interact with United fans, and they work well. Minnie Morn has made a contribution. He says, or she says, I don't know. They said the difference between a good team and a great team is being able to win even when playing poor, which was unable to do most of last season. Let's see their resolve this season and win those games. Very, very good point, Marcus. That is why we want to win today, isn't it? Because it's that's what title winning's all about in that statement.
Yep, absolutely spot on comment. If you want to be champions and you're aspiring to be the Premier League champions, you've got to get these games won. When you're the last game to kick off on a Saturday or a Sunday and you know that your rivals have won their games, they've done their bit, they're putting the pressure on you, so you've got to go out and do your bit as well. And it's I suppose really it's a mental and it's psychological thing as well.
Yeah, and it's like David Holland said, this is a very good test for us today, actually, because
definitely.
We don't know. I mean, I predicted United to win the league before we kicked a ball, and I did that really based on the fact that Mourinho always wins it in his first 2 years. I didn't prick it because I was amazed by our form last season, or I thought the transfer window was brilliant. I just did it based on that, and we've had 3 games. We are not title contenders just because we're top of the league. We finished 6th last year. We've bought a couple of decent players, but we could easily drop back into the groove of last year and go and draw 4 in a row against teams that we need to beat, and then we're not in a title race. So we're all realistic, and that's the way we should be. But win today, and it's another little nudge towards the mentality that maybe we could do it. It's a nice little ball in from Herrera there behind Lukaku.
Yeah.
Oh,
unlucky.
Is he giving a corner? Cross into Pogba. He tried to flick it and he got kicked. But I think it's a corner. Yes.
Should be, yeah.
And that's the ball to play. As I said, Stoke are playing I don't understand why. Stoke are playing a really high line. I never understand high line defending anyway. And Lukaku timed his run well. We've got a corner now, which Mkhitaryan will take. Not been too bad on corners this year, but we refused the opportunity of putting it into the box, doing something short. God knows why. Valencia's cross was actually one of the best crosses I've ever seen him put in there.
Yeah.
But they've got it clear.
But it's good to see Pogba making those runs into the box as well. Yeah, they're not just they're not just going to sit the 3 in the middle and let Martial, Rashford and Lukaku and Mkhitaryan do it. It's good that he's running in there and supporting.
Lukaku just had a shot there, well saved with Butland's feet, but he was offside.
Yeah. Yeah, very good cross by Valencia though. I've seen that for a while.
Andrew Hall says you should have stayed with the same format. We are the same format. We haven't changed anything, Andrew. I don't know whether you've dreamt that we do anything different. Very high line by Stoke anyway. I think we're going to see United break that high line a couple of times. I don't understand it. I mean, it allows your team to press further up the pitch, but OPM Get Amazing, I think, is probably one of the most intelligent people I've ever seen on the live comments, because he's just said you're the best YouTube ever. Best YouTuber ever. He might be talking about Marcus, to be fair, in which case...
Oh. You know what? I honestly don't understand. I've got... I think, in my opinion, I think I've got the most horrendous accent ever. And, the amount of people that say to me, are you going on the watch-along today? And, if I say no, they're like, oh, no. It's I don't understand it, but...
No, it's got me baffled. Bad cross by Herrera there. It's gone out for a goal kick.
Well, we're doing well. We are playing. We are trying to get it down and play. We are creating the space.
Navin says he can smell a goal coming already. Attack. And Herrera looks rusty, says Johnny Ring. I think Herrera looks like Herrera. He'll have a couple of bad passes and then he'll have a couple of good ones.
I think the more the game goes on, the more he'll grow into it.
Yeah. And it's naturally all look rusty, isn't it?
Thanks, Chad. Yeah. Gungshi likes my accent. I just feel out of place with it.
Brian Crowley says, who's playing better? I think United are slightly in control at the moment without actually dominating. Stoke have had a pretty much quiet last 10 minutes. Jonathan Ball. There we go, though. Oh no, Valencia will cut that out. They were nearly in. He won't keep that in, though. Somebody was just saying there, I got taken away by that little chance, that Pogba and Herrera need to make more forward runs. I don't know whether they do. I mean, remember, this is a 90-minute game, and for that first 45 minutes, we've got to keep compact.
I hope you're going to read that super chat.
Well, I have to read that super chat because there's a contribution and I can't ignore them. If you make a contribution and put something, I've got to read it. But Matthew McFadden, thanks for the contribution. He says, don't beat yourself up so much, Marcus. After all, you could be worse. You could be Xander, which is not nice, I don't think, but there you
go. Oh, dear.
Dazzy's Gaming says, give Herrera a break. He hasn't kicked a ball in the Premier League for so long. Yeah, there's an expectation that he would be rusty. And Professor FC says he wants to see a bit more urgency. A bit early in the game for that. We don't need to go chasing it yet.
Yeah, there's no reason to force it yet. We're playing well at the minute. Stoke haven't really... Well, they've not had any clear-cut chances, have they, Mark?
No.
Nothing of note. Dave's not made a save, has he? So, the game plan's working. I mean, you can guarantee that when they get in at half time, Mourinho's going to have his say and they'll come out a completely different side, I think. 9 times out of 10, they always do. But I wouldn't be worried if it's 0-0 at half time. I do expect United to score. And the chances will come. They will come.
There was a chance. Rashford threw, kicked it at the keeper. At least he had his head up.
Yeah. I mean, that's the first chance I've seen this half for Rashford as well.
Yeah, I don't think he can do much more with that. I mean, I have been a little bit critical of his finishing in the past, but he had his head up, and Butland's a very informed goalkeeper at the moment. And I mean, it was straight at him, but to be honest with you, they do teach strikers to shoot at the legs because the legs are always moving.
Yeah, playing like this as well, there is that chance that if Mourinho brings Martial on, that Rashford could switch to the right-hand side with Martial on the left.
It's a good, lovely ball by Bailly. And
yeah,
it's just one shot. And doesn't quite get it out his feet, Rashford, but he doesn't do too bad with it. It was tough to score. He had 2 players diving in.
But at least he knows now he's got the beating of them on pace.
It's a little bit messy at the moment. I would like, obviously, for obvious reasons, I'd like us to get a goal, but I would like us to get a goal just to open it up a little bit, because Stoke are, very, very defensive at the moment. They're starting to do what you thought, Marcus, actually, aren't they? They are now starting to play like the away side.
Yeah, like I say, I was very surprised. I thought they would have done that from the first minute, but obviously they didn't. Mark Hughes has obviously said to them, "Don't be scared of them. Go at them, have a go." And they caught us on the back foot, I think, for the first 5-8 minutes.
How's Rashford playing so far? Says Razia. He's done all right. He's had a good couple of runs. I think that opportunity with the high line from Stoke is to get in, and he nearly did then, actually. I think Stoke are playing a dangerous game, but I don't think they want to invite us on too much. So they're trying to play a high line, but we are getting in behind it. Jermaine wants to see Martial starting more. He started the last game, didn't he? Against Leicester.
I honestly thought that there was quite a big shout for him to start this game, actually, because he didn't go to France, did he, on the international?
No, so he's fresh, out.
Yeah, and I actually thought with Rashford playing for England, I thought maybe it's in Jose's mind to swap him over, but obviously not. He's kept faith with him. I don't think Mkhitaryan's done too much this half. Seems to be bullied off the ball quite a bit.
Yeah, well, that's my concern about Mkhitaryan. I think Mkhitaryan is a good player in a when you're attacking.
He's a bit lightweight, isn't he?
Yeah. He's really lightweight in FIFA.
Thing is, though, the way his body is, he doesn't look like he should be pushed off the ball that easy.
I didn't think he'd scored. It was a shot from Shaqiri from outside the box, but I couldn't see where the ball had gone. It looked like an easy save for De Gea, but the crowd behind the goal seemed to get up as if he'd scored. He didn't.
Yeah.
It was a save by De Gea. But United are on the attack again now. Rashford's got it down the left into the penalty box. Don't let him get on his right foot. Oh, Lukaku should have scored.
Oh.
No, he shouldn't have scored. It was a shot by Rashford. It stretched Butland, and it sort of just fell behind Lukaku, who, to be honest, might well have been offside again. Yeah, he would have been offside anyway. The lino had called it. Starting to come on. Harry the Nork. Harry says, I've come on here and I've subbed. Welcome to the channel, Harry. What I would say is, welcome to the channel, but also make sure you get involved in all the other shows that we do. We've got daily content on the United Stand, so we'll have a live match reaction after this. We've got Sunday night live tomorrow at 8 o'clock and live every night at 8 o'clock. Monday night live at 8 o'clock is the Skype show where you can Skype in and have your say. Daily content, fantastic community. Get involved with it. Welcome all.
What are you doing tonight then, Mark? Are you doing the Skype show after this?
No, I can't tonight.
No?
We normally do. You're right. We normally do. On a Saturday night, it's normally Saturday night live at 8 o'clock, and with the game, it would have been nice to discuss it. But another shot from Shaqiri, another save from De Gea. Got him in my fancy Premier League. All these saves count. I've got to drive up to Nottingham tonight.
Okay.
Simply because my niece, who was very ill, is having a christening tomorrow. So it's a nice.
Nice.
I'm more than happy to make that to miss the show tonight for those reasons. So yeah. My family's already gone up there, my little uns and the wife, so I've got to take another car up and drive up after this match reaction. So yeah, no 8 o'clock show tonight.
Hope you have a good time, mate.
Okay, but be back tomorrow night for the Sunday night live show. Bay's down at the moment.
Oh, he's alright, he'll get up, mate, he's a beast.
And he went down because I think he landed badly. He's alright.
I'll tell you what, Shaqiri's getting into the game these last 5 minutes.
Yeah. It doesn't matter if Bay goes off anyway, because we've got Smalling. You love Smalling.
Tell me you're joking.
I do like Smalling. I'm one of the few people who do.
Are you going to trust Smalling with Phil Jones?
Oh, well, yeah. That was the dream, wasn't it? I think that was the... here's a controversial opinion, says Matthew McFadden, and it is that Herrera slows down the play too much, wouldn't be my first choice midfielder, would rather have a midfield of Matic, Pogba and Matty or Mickey. Cody Hughes says, fantastic channel, keep up the good work. By the way, what is your prediction? Mine is 4-0 to Man United. We'll have to go some to score 4 goals. Having said that, we've done it late on in games before, haven't we? Who would I play, Mickey or Mata? I like Mata, and especially on the right hand side I would have played Mata, but it's not, that's not a good ball by Mickey. I'm not going to sulk about it. It's not life or death. I just would have picked Mata. Like today, I probably prefer Martial over Rashford, but in this game I've got no problem with Rashford starting, because I think at the moment Martial as a starter, I don't think he's as effective as he is off the bench, and I think Rashford gives you more graft.
You know what? This is
that?
I do, mate. Yeah, because I was just going to say that's the beauty of football, and it's the beauty of this channel, because I would go Rashford every day of the week.
Good cross. Valencia's suddenly, I don't know what Valencia's doing, but he suddenly found out how to cross. 2 good crosses in one game. Gone for a corner though.
I just think that Rashford, down that left-hand side, his pace and his burst of energy is something that we do need. And whenever Martial gets the ball, I'm not slighting him. I'm not going to say anything major negative against him, but I just think he's pretty obvious in what he does. I think if he beats one, he tries to beat the second, and ultimately ends up losing it. And I think that the goals he scored this season, coming off the bench, I think he's more effective than Rashford coming off the bench.
Have we got any mods on the thing tonight?
We should have. I was
going to give him a shout out, that's all. I've seen George Kyle on there, but
yeah, George has been on. Yeah. I've seen Tubes on as well.
Yeah, I've seen him this afternoon. I was just going to give him a shout out and say thanks. Oh, here we go. Rashford, bit of space ahead of him, into the box. He's going to fall over.
Boy.
Zuma's giving him a game anyway. Rashford and Zuma.
Yeah. So, would you make any changes?
Well, I tell you what. If you're watching BT Sports in the UK, I cannot for the life of me understand why they've not got a timer. And I bet you're ecstatic that we have, so you know that we're 32 minutes in, because I'm having to look back down to my screen here because it's ridiculous. I don't know why they haven't got the timer up. It's really annoying. It's like when you're playing FIFA and you've knocked it off by accident. You have to pause it and try and find it again. I don't know why they've made that decision. It's madness. I don't know. It just makes no sense. But still got 13 minutes of this half left. Would I make any changes at half time? No. I don't know. No, I wouldn't. I think graft it for an hour. What are your thoughts, Marcus?
No, I was going to say I would actually possibly chuck Martial on at half time.
For who?
I would take Mkhitaryan off.
Yeah, I think in this sort of game we could get away with having those two down the wings.
Yeah.
He'd probably go Lingard though, wouldn't he, to be honest?
Do you know what? Yeah, I was just thinking that then. He'll probably go Lingard because of the work rate. He tracks back more.
Valencia back to his normal crossing there. He was in down the right loads of time and just blasts it across the goal with absolutely no thought about players. It's just a whack across the box. Good bit of build-up play, and that came from Herrera as well. So
yeah.
Awesome guy wants Blind on because Darmian's awful.
Do you know what? I mean, Shaqiri's a winger, isn't he, by trade? And I've seen Shaqiri like drift over to the left-hand side quite a bit to get his shot off. So I think Darmian's done all right. You know, he's not been beaten significantly in this half.
I haven't noticed him do anything significantly wrong.
Well, let's not forget as well, Herrera's not played for, what, a month? 6 weeks?
Blynn's better than Darmian, says Awesome Guy. Yeah, we know that's what you think, pal. Mr. Cully says we've got the tallest team in the Premier League but no one who can cross. Well, yeah. It is an oddity. We discussed it plenty in the last month in August because we hoped we'd get somebody in. We've also got Zlatan coming back this season, 6'5", and we can't put a cross in. But Mourinho's aware of it. He spoke about it in his press conference. He didn't get everything he wanted. He's got to go with what he's got. I mean, in all fairness, that 30 million we spent on Lindelof, we could have got by without Lindelof and and spent it on a winger. You know, Lindelof, he's not playing, and we've got Smalling on the bench. You've got Blind who can play there. You've got Twansibi. I'm not saying Lindelof's a bad signing. I think he'll be a good signing, but in a common sense point of view, if you couldn't spend the money, if you didn't have enough money, maybe we shouldn't have signed Lindelof, and we should have waited on Lindelof and got the winger in. Jared Pesserman makes a good point, picking up on what we're talking about there. Perisic should be perfect for this sort of game. Yeah, because there's a lot of opportunities to put crosses into the box.
I think that's one thing we're significantly lacking is an absolute decent crosser. You know, we've got average crossers, but I think we need probably a specialist in crossing. Mourinho did say at the start of his reign, like he wanted specialists in the positions. And I think it's absolutely evident that we're missing a natural born crosser.
I was just thinking actually, we play Everton next week. They got battered today against Spurs, so they've lost 2 in a row. Spurs and Chelsea, they'll be in trouble if they lose at Old Trafford next week. So that becomes a lot harder game than I thought it would be. Rooney's return as well, played today.
Yeah. Did you watch the 12:30 game?
Yeah. We did a watch along on That's Football actually.
Oh, okay.
Well, I did it.
Oh.
Yeah, it was sort of impromptu, off the cuff, but it was good. Good, I enjoyed it. For those people who don't know, That's Football is sort of a channel we're doing, which is like a neutral channel for all football. So we did a watch along for the Man City Liverpool game because I was going to be watching it anyway. So we just thought do a watch along. A few people were watching it, and it's good. We're going to do Spurs v Dortmund on Wednesday night on That's Football. Yeah. Obviously, we'll be doing Benfica United on here on the Tuesday. Anyway, poor cross from United and goes out for a throw in.
Come on, guys, a bit of urgency in here.
Mickey needs to learn how to cross, says Alex Samuels. It's gone a bit dull in this game, but United are definitely the team in control. And as I said a few minutes ago, patience is going to be the key.
No, it does seem like a wasted opportunity, doesn't it? We've got all these players that are over 6 foot tall that can head the ball, and yet we've got literally no one who can put a decent cross in.
Camu Dude says, excellent from Marcus. Every season he pulls out one game against United where he's tactically sound.
Oh dear.
So that's good from Lukaku. You know, certainly I don't think his first touch is that good, but I did say it'll improve. Ball into feet, holds it up, plays it off. Good.
Yeah. But is it £90 million good?
I thought it was 75.
Oh, I thought it was 90, 15 in add-ons, wasn't it?
All right. And if he scores 30 goals,
Mind you, to be honest, mate, I
Morata
heard,
scored again today. That was our first choice, wasn't it? So
yeah.
I don't think there's a lot of difference between Morata and Lukaku, to be honest. I think Morata will score a lot of goals for Chelsea. I think, he's a good player. I think he's a good player for United.
Bobby Charlton says, you've got Marcus yawning. He has.
I've had a couple this half, don't worry.
It's because he's yawning that I'm yawning.
It's been a long day today waiting for this, to be honest.
Yeah. That's the problem, isn't it? You get so excited, the proper football is back. It makes the day drag.
Mm. Let's see, that's back. So, and then Lukaku gets it into his feet, gets stuck under his feet, and now Stoke are on the break.
But again, we're still sticking to the game plan. We're not rushing it. Ball on the ground, looking for the space. So one thing I do like about Lukaku is
go on.
Yeah, one of Lukaku I do like is his ability to run the channels.
Yeah.
Something that Zlatan never did. I do like that in a striker. I want to say there's about 3 or 4 minutes left of the first half. Going by the timer on the channel.
I don't know. I thought we might be having a bit of problems with the old net there because we seem to be dropping with views, but I think it's steadied out a bit now, which is good.
Yeah.
Giggs to score a hat-trick. Unlikely. Yeah. I must update with the time. So we've got 3 minutes left until the end of the half, and it's currently 0-0. I don't know, Marcus. Is there much room for criticism there?
Do you know what? I wouldn't say there is, to be honest, because I think Stoke's tactics, the way they've set out, they've done it well, and you can't really fault United for that. Stoke have got a game plan to nullify us in the attack, to stop the pace of Rashford, and the way they've done that is by coming down our left-hand side, is forcing Rashford to go back. So really, I really can't say there's too much criticism.
1-0 to Stoke.
Ah.
Guess where the goal came from?
Left-hand side.
Oh, it's so annoying. They're bloody the way they're dancing after it as well.
Well, there's
Mourinho
the
will be furious with that. Absolutely furious. It's such a soft goal. Such a soft goal.
That's bad.
He's onside as well. Darmian at fault. Doesn't stop the cross, and then Bay's just soft.
Cannot believe that guy is out-muscled Bay in the centre of the box.
No, Bay, as much as we all love Bay, he's at fault for that. I'm sorry as well, but mainly it's Darmian. He's got to do better on the cross, but he's not a left footer. That's the trouble when you've got a right footer on the left. His left foot is meant to stop the cross, but it's not his natural cross. It's not his natural thing. So now, Mourinho wanted to be behind in the game. He's got it now. I've had a horrible feeling about today. Just the way the results have gone.
But you know what? I'm going to try and put a positive spin on this because, as you've just said, Mourinho wants to see how good we are coming from behind. So we've got 45 minutes to see if this team is good enough. I mean, it's as simple as that. Can this team come back away to Stoke and get a result? I'm not so sure. But I honestly didn't expect that.
No, it's such a soft goal. They've not been in it. Stoke have not been in this game really. We've had total control of it, but that's the worst thing that can happen now because they'll just sit really deep and hit us on the break. They've got I'd like to say it's similar to the Arsenal game, but to be fair, Arsenal created a lot more. I watched that game a couple of weeks ago, and Darmian, I don't know why Darmian's playing. But
Well,
it's like I was moaning. I said about Liverpool at lunchtime. I said they've been bad at the back for so long. Liverpool, why don't they buy a defender? But you can say the same about us. We know that the left side's our weakness, and we didn't do anything about it.
Do you know, I can probably see him now going 3 at the back now.
Simon Grafowski
really
says no pace, no wing play. Well, we knew all this. Hey! Yes!
Yes!
1-1! Pogba!
There we go.
Flick on by Matic. 1-1 right before half time. You know what? What were we moaning about? No, we should moan. We should moan because it was a soft goal.
It is a soft goal, but
we're back where we thought we were going to be at half time. We thought, it's 0-0. It's 1-1.
Fantastic.
Funny old season.
What an answer.
Fight back. That's what title winning's all about.
Yeah.
Flick
and this
on
is
by
it.
Matic.
I mean, Mourinho wanted to see how he did coming from behind. There's your answer. It's what a response. What a response that was. If that's the attitude throughout the season, then yeah, what an attitude it is to have. It's going to be a fantastic asset. Always got to believe that you can come back no matter what. And I think that was a massive trait of what Ferguson used to instill in his teams. No matter if it was 1-0, 2 down, don't let yourselves down out on the pitch. At least try.
Well, the instant equaliser, it wasn't Pogba. It was Rashford who scored. I thought it was Pogba.
I thought it was Pogba. Yeah, I thought it was. Oh, it's off Rashford's back of his head.
Ah, right. That's why everyone's going on about it. We'll give it. I don't care who gets it, but it's 1-1. But the brilliance of that goal is the fact that you're 1-0 down against the run of play at half time. You think you're going to go in 1-0 down. Your whole plan is going to be set up on that. We've already got that equaliser now. And second half, he can be like, right, let's go and win it. But it is, as Marcus said, that's how you want to react.
It's going to be what a contrast in half-time team talks. Probably Sparky was thinking, oh yeah, we're going in 1-0 up. Basically just going to say more of the same. And then that happens. And look at his face, look, absolutely mortified.
Yeah, I'm so pleased because if you saw the Stoke goal there, I mean, celebrations these days, they are what they are, but that one just wound me right up with their silly little dancing.
And it's a corner again as well, Mark.
Yeah, corner again. Yeah. We're good on corners this year. Rashford scored it, another assist for Pogba. But I think Pogba should be getting that, but it is half time. It's 1-1.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. If you want to go and have a break, Marcus, you can. If you want to stay, you can. It's up to you.
Have you got Ross coming on?
No.
No, I'll tell you what then. I'll go and get another glass of wine, go to the toilet, and I'll come back.
All right, mate. No worries.
All right, I'll just mute my mic. All right.
Okay, pal. So 1-1 at half time. We haven't won this game yet. But what I would say is that the way this season's gone, everything seems to go our way, and that's not normal. That what we've just done there is not normal. To go 1-0 down just before half time, soft goal, totally Darmian's fault, and Bain needs to be a lot stronger. Soft goal. It's not quite against the run of play, but we were certainly in control when it happened. But then to go and get a goal instantly back, that doesn't happen that often, and that shows real mental strength, strong mental strength and confidence. Heads didn't drop. Get them up. Let's go for it. Johnny Ring says that's Pogba's goal. I'm sure. I thought it was. But apparently not. We should win this now, says Martin Duncan. No clean sheet, says James B. Yeah, that's the sad thing. We didn't want to lose our clean sheets, but it was always going to happen at some point. We need another creative midfielder, says Ian Forward. I think we need to sort our left-hand side out. That's what we need to do, because let's talk about the goal from Stoke first of all. Darmian's playing offside. It wasn't offside. Then he's got to run over to the left to stop the cross. He doesn't stop the cross. And then Bay's got himself the wrong side of the forward, who's just got a simple tap in. But ultimately, Darmian makes 2 mistakes. Bay makes 1 mistake. We've got a problem at that left-hand side until Luke Shaw gets back and proves fitness. And you know what? If Luke Shaw breaks down, Darmian and Blind just don't cut the mustard at left back. You know, Blind did get beaten too easily by Mahrez a couple of times in the last game, and Darmian's not covered himself in any glory tonight either. But left-hand side is our problem, and we don't want to solve it. But then the positive, corner up the other end, Matic flicks it on, Pogba heads it home off the back of Rashford, I believe. But we're instantly back in the game, and that is the important thing. Instant back in the game. So we go in at 1-1. I thought it was going to be 0-0. I was mortified it was good. I thought it was going to be 1-0, and we're now at 1-1. Tiger says Herrera's not good enough. I'm quite happy with Herrera, but there's a lot of negativity around him. I think that Herrera's picked out a couple of passes. I mean, tactically, Stoke are playing a very high line, which is odd because Rashford's fast and Lukaku's quick. But I don't know why they're doing that. Why are they playing a high line? I've seen teams play like, when we had Zlatan, let's remember, teams would play a high line because they weren't scared of the ball over the top and they could press us further up the pitch. Stoke aren't really pressing us up the pitch. They're just making a very compact line of two for us to try and get through. And the only ball we can do is over the top. Which I don't really understand Hughes' tactics there. I don't. But maybe it's because they're not scared of the ball over the top. But they should be. We've got in a couple of times by that. Herrera has been average at best. Herrera's getting a lot of stick. I like Herrera. I think it's understandable he's a bit risky. But what other option have we got? I think, you know, as I said, you know, I'm no big Fellaini fan, but I actually said play Fellaini with her, Matic and Pogba today. So we couldn't play Fellaini, he's injured. So what do you want to do? Put Michael Carrick in the midfield and we'll go back 10 years. It's got to be Herrera in that midfield position when you're playing a midfield three. Goal was Darmian's fault, says Cridge Boss. Matic is class, says Schwarz Rots. He got that little flick on. We're suddenly good at corners now. It's about time. Happy with Matic, Herrera and Pogba, says A. Cruz. Why Valencia can't cross the ball? He put 2 good crosses in. One of them was bad. Mkhitaryan weak on the right, says Raw Loops. Yeah, personally I would have played Mata. I think Mata and Valencia have an understanding and work very well down the right hand side. He's obviously put Mkhitaryan out there because he feels that Mkhitaryan doesn't deserve to be dropped. Because he's been playing quite well. But I don't like Mkhitaryan on the wing. I like Mkhitaryan centrally, and in this formation there is no position for him there. So yeah, I think he's been a bit invisible. As Javari Apran says, was Mkhitaryan actually playing? Whose fault was the goal, says Air Conditioner? Well, we're 1-1 now, so fault, you know, I think if we hadn't conceded that goal it would have been 0-0. So we're in the same position anyway. I mean Darmian's at fault, isn't he? And with a little bit of an assist from Bailly, but Darmian's at fault. We need Shaw back fast, says Vidic91. Sub predictions, says Sebastian. Well, I think Martial will come on at some point. Who's on the bench? So we've got Smalling, Blind. They offer us nothing in winning a game. Neither does Carrick. So Lingard, Derian Jones says he prefers to see Matic holding, not Herrera. I think they're both doing it, Derian. I think you've got Matic to the left and Herrera to the right, sort of holding. Lingard, Martial and Mata, they'd be the 3 subs I'd be looking to get on through the half because they're the creative ones. We don't need to make a defensive one. Bailly was at fault for the goal as well, age 13. He's got to be a lot stronger than that, I agree, but the cross can't come in. Darmian, that cross comes in too easy because you've got a right back playing at a left back. Martial on for Mickey, says Luke Isaac. We need a quality left back, says C Lethal. Too many long balls, says Mr. Anonymous. We are playing a lot of long balls because the temptation is to try and catch them out with the high line. Bring on Lindelof. We can't. United Fans Forever says he doesn't want to blame Darmian at all. It's all Bay's fault. Well, hey, it's all about opinion. If you don't want to blame Darmian, what I would say is watch it back when they show it at half time. He tries to play an offside line that he shouldn't do, and then the cross comes in from his side, and he's got to do better. So, you know, Darmian is culpable, I'm afraid. We need to take off Herrera, says Professor FC. I don't like Bobby Roberts. I don't like Nemanja Matic getting the Nemanja Vidic song. There's a world of difference between them. Where is Herrera playing, says Ben Whelan. He's playing in Stoke at the moment. And we need a left back. Yeah, we do. Only the 3rd goal we have scored in the first half out of 11 this season, says Rogvi. We're a second half team, Rogvi. Second half team. Bailey slow to get out. Here's the goal back then. Darmian playing offside. He doesn't get over quick enough for me. And then Bailey's just lost his man badly. I mean, Bailey's the one getting the criticism. He doesn't go with the run quick. He doesn't anticipate the run quick enough, Bailey. That's the problem. Luke Shaw is getting back to fitness, Levant 305. He played as a centre-back last night, I think it was, or the night before for the under-23s. So he's getting back to fitness, but not ready yet. Soft goal, though. Corey says, what should we do to win this game in the second half? I'd keep it as it is for 15 minutes, and then I'd try and kill them with a bit of skill. Get Mata on, get Martial on, and maybe even get Lingard on, and let's just go for them, because they will. It'll get to a point where Stoke will think a point against United's a good result, and we need to go and get them. Go and get them. That's what I say. Thanks for everybody who's joining us at half-time. If you've not been here all along, if you have, that's fantastic. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Bottom right hand corner is the hologram. Manchester United stand, the United stand, sorry. Fantastic community. We're live every night at 8 o'clock from Sunday through to Friday, and we'll be doing a live match reaction straight after this game as well. Fantastic community on the live comments as usual. Monday night live at 8 o'clock is the Skype show where you can call in. So loads and loads going on. If you love Manchester United, you're going to love this community. You found something fantastic. So make sure you subscribe, get involved, and keep visiting us on YouTube. CCC Lee Full has made a good point. He says we don't actually need a three-man midfield. Why are we doing it? I'm just watching the goal back again. Matic flick, Pogba's header. It's got to be Rashford's goal, hasn't it? Because is Pogba's header going to go in the goal? I think Butland might have saved it. Rashford never knows anything about it, but I think Rashford has to be given that goal, surely. Because I think Pogba's header might not be going in. 1-1. Attack, 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 says Nick Jervis. I don't like Mkhitaryan on the right midfield, says Ziad Bruker, which I totally agree with. What a response, says Lorcan. Oosh, yes, what a response. And Ryan says we don't need Herrera. Should we keep the calm and just play organised in the second half, Mark, says Joe Linares. Jonathan Ball says even the pundits blame Bay, Darmian over coverage. Look, Jonathan, I don't really give a damn what ex-players say about tactics and everything like that. I'm not jumping on that. That's definitive. I've spoken to lots of ex-footballers. They're thick, some of them, and your opinion is as valid as theirs. I'm not going to be told that Bay is totally at fault for that goal just because Rio Ferdinand and Michael Owen say it. No. Darmian tried to play offside. He shouldn't have done. He didn't get over quick enough, and he should have blocked that cross. Then Bay's not strong enough on it, but it's not totally Bay's fault at all. At all. No way. Pogba never gets enough respect, says Tiger. Tiger is doing well. Why is Mickey on the wing? Makes him look terrible, says Paul Robinson. I agree. I just don't think Mkhitaryan is a winger. He's never been a good winger for us. He's a number 10. But there's not a number 10 today, so Mourinho has probably been quite fair and thought, well, he doesn't deserve to be dropped. I'll drop Mata instead. I would have played Mata and dropped Mkhitaryan, but then people would have been unhappy. Pogboom says I'm wrong. Nobody's wrong. It's my opinion, mate. It's your opinion. Don't tell me anybody they're wrong. You're not wrong. If you believe it, it's your opinion. Really wish we'd get Perisic. Well, he signed the new 5-year contract. Andrew Hoare says apparently it's Phil Jones' fault as well. I'm not going to bring Phil Jones into it. I mean, you know, we'll start blaming Lukaku for not holding the pass up 10 minutes before in a minute. The reality is Darmian and Bay led to that goal. Marcus, are you there? No, I thought I heard him back.
Yes, mate. Yeah.
Oh, right, okay, I'm just going to go and have my toilet break now because the second half's coming up. So get involved in the chat. Go on.
Yeah, I will do. So let's take some comments then. Jack, well, no, Mark's not here. Ruby Bear, Michael Owen is a clown. Yep, I'll agree with that. Michael, it's Bay that played him on side. HD Charlie Watkin, we need more skill. Josh Black, Matic has done nothing. I think he's broken up the play quite well. 3-5-2, Rashford up top from Kyle, Martial on the left wing, Mkhitaryan plays central. Yeah, I actually think that's probably how we might go in the second half, actually. Let's have a look. Annie Rudder, is that your name? Shout out. There you go. Sorry if I said your name wrong. Hello from New Zealand, from B Crass. Mar Austin, we came back strong. Yes, we did. Kevin Dorr, do you trust Mourinho? 100%. Asin Gamer, can we... Oh, I missed that then. Can we change it? I think that was 2 in midfield. Alpha Q, Bay was at fault for the goal. Do you know what? I think he's primarily at fault, but Darmian played his part in it. James B, hello. Hello, James. Pog 10HD, hi, hello. Your Sofa King wants to shout out. Brother versus Brother wants to shout out. Major Hand, the Marcus Show. Do you know what? That is one thing that should happen, shouldn't it? I should have my own show, without doubt. Right? We'll see. David De Gea, Rashford was awkward for the goal. I don't think he knew too much about it, mate. It literally just Pogba headed it. It was that powerful, wasn't it? It just come off Rashford and in the net. Who's that? Someone else wanted to shout out there. Andrew Hoare, shout out. There you go. Sebastian, am I drinking red or white? Red, mate. Merlot. Was that Harry Adams? Shout out. Marcus, can you do a show on Nats football? Do you know what? I don't know. I'm not sure about that one. Temps HP, I'll give you $1. The super chat is next to the emoji sign if you want to donate to the channel. Good day from Australia, Marcus. From Dylan, hiya. United stand, it was Bay, kept them onside. Yeah, I think that's been established. The United stand, your team's full of hand rolls. That's a good one. You're back, Goldie. Yeah?
I'm back with another one of those rock bocking beats. Here we go then. Second half, folks. Can we do it? You think we're going to do it, Marcus?
I think we will. Yeah. Like I said at the start, I think the only problem is the plan B, no Fellaini. We're so used to seeing that. It would be interesting to see what happens, especially in a situation like this. We've not been in this situation yet this season, so it's going to be interesting. How Mourinho's going to set his stall out in the second half. And like I say, no Fellaini, mate. It's bit of a worry.
See, I find that a positive, but we'll see who's right or wrong.
You see anything negative about Fellaini as positive?
I'd have started him today. I would have started him today for the first time ever, and he doesn't even bother to turn up. So, that's the last time I ever say that again. If you saw that average formation there, you'd cry. Absolutely everything down the right hand side, typically, as ever. And the only thing on the left is Rashford, really, and he's very central. So it looks like Martin's Indy's coming on for Stoke. I'm surprised he didn't actually start. There's something about Mark Hughes I find very unsatisfactory. I just don't like him. I know he used to play for United. I just don't like him. But that's because he's been very anti-United. I remember him saying when we played Chelsea, I can't remember if there was a title run or an FA Cup game, and he was like, I want Chelsea to win. And people just say, because he played for United. Some people go, Sparky, yeah, United hero and everything like that. I've never seen any evidence of it. I just don't think he likes United. I think he's always very, very motivated against United to a sort of obsessed level. But there we go. It's all about opinion, as we say.
Do you know what? I've just seen on the channel there, the average formation of the first half for United. Do you know what? We've got 4 players on the right hand side.
It's like an echo,
and one on the left. And our one player on the left is Darmian.
Yeah.
Because they've got Rashford up top with Lukaku.
Okay, come on, let's get this second half up and running.
Right, come on, guys, let's get positive here.
Got Martial, Mata, even Lingard off the bench. Gives a bit of directness. We've got a strong bench. We don't need to use any of the defenders. Herrera got a lot of stick when you were having your toilet break, actually, Marcus. I didn't really notice Herrera. I know he misplaced a few passes, but I didn't think he was awful. But, maybe I'm a bit blind to that sometimes.
No, I'd agree with that. He's not been awful. But, I mean, bearing in mind, he does have that rustiness about him.
Thanks for the contribution. Sorry, Mojo Hammer. He says he's going into his 4th season with the United stand. Come on, United. I didn't know we'd done 4. That's amazing. I thought it was our 3rd, but there you go. No, it is our 4th. He's right. We did 2 with Van Gaal, and this is the 2nd for Mourinho.
Yeah.
God, it makes me feel old now. I always remember when he used to say, "Oh yeah, the United stand's not been going around that long."
Do you know what? I was what did I see the other night? I saw a picture of you when you used to wear the suits a lot on the channel. Yeah, and comparing that picture to what you are now, mate, I've got to say you haven't aged very well.
I haven't.
No.
Oh no.
But you can't have everything.
I still look very good for 45. Corner for United. Well, I remember we used to say regularly last year, corner may as well give the goalie the ball because nothing's going to happen positive for United. But we're doing very well from corners this year, which is good. And you never know, we might get another one here. Man Unido says, I want to know how Danny Welbeck scored today 2 goals today. How is that even possible?
Well, the only thing I'd say to that would be it's Bournemouth, isn't it?
Yeah. Tiger says I look super young, and I agree.
Michael Schofield says I'm so honest. I am. I'll say it how it is.
Honesty can still be talking shit.
You have enough dig at me's live on here, man. About time I had a dig at you for something.
B. Cross is on about what Marcus said in the first half. Why are we playing short corners? I don't know. I don't understand. I've never been a fan of short corners anyway, but I don't know why. The timer is up and running. Don't worry, it's underneath the score. It isn't on the BT. Oh no, BT have got theirs up now. They've probably got into trouble. Come on.
You know what? We've started the second half on the front foot.
Well, no, they're stacked up here. Oh no, it's all right.
We've had a couple of corners already.
Danny Murphy says, "How old are you, Mark?" I'd say you're 29. Yeah, I'd say that as well. I'd say that as well. Yeah, I agree. Corner for Stoke. Oh, get rid.
Get it out.
Go on. Now we're on the break here. Go on, Lukaku. Run fast. Oh, nearly got him in. Nearly got Rashford in.
Jermaine wants to know if I'm a Sagittarius. No, I'm not. I'm Aquarius, mate.
People believe in the fact. Yeah, okay. This is something that's always drops into my head that I never remember when we're on live. How do you all watch the United stand? Do you watch it on a mobile? Do you watch it on your TV? Do you watch it on a laptop? How do you do it? Let us know. What's your setup? Skype is a problem, says that Lukaku, is he playing well? Yeah, he's doing alright. He's a grafter, Lukaku, and you need that in away games like this. But Stoke are coming at us a bit here. Oh, God almighty. What's going on here? It's alright, Herrera's there. Get rid. So Stoke have had a couple of bits of play themselves now. You know your mate, that Richard Bowyer?
Oh, he's not my mate.
He just never stops trying to think I'm going to pick up his Skype call. Every time we do a Skype call, he Skypes me. It's like he thinks I'm ever going to pick up his call. He can call it banter, whatever. I will never pick up your call, Richard. So, I find it funny every time you do it. Okay,
Is
so...
Is he phoning now?
Yeah. Phone, PS4 and phone, laptop, computer, laptop, iPhone. See, I'm not with it. Oh, good shot there. Mkhitaryan was offside. Laptop chat on phone, mobile and laptop. Mobile. See, I'm not with it. I would never really watch a live thing on YouTube on my phone, but a lot of people do. I watch it on my laptop, on my phone, whilst I have the TV on the game. On the TV, the game on the TV. Sorry. Steve Bro watches it on the telly. Chris Tech Tips watches it on an 8K 90-inch TV, baby. Can't beat that. Get Mad Marcus on That's Football, says Stephen O'Brien. Contractually, we can't. He's not allowed. He's too biased.
I think if I went on that channel, mate, I'd probably say a lot. Well, I know I would actually say some very controversial stuff.
Why can't you say it on here?
No, mate, because this is all United. United's my club, man. My club for life. I wouldn't be very complimentary to, let's just say, rivals.
You see, you've got to be neutral on that channel. Well, no, you haven't. You can have an opinion, but Mark Hughes says he's found a weakness. Thoughts, says Devan Powell. When? When's he found a weakness?
Yeah.
Thanks for the contribution.
I thought the obvious weakness. It's obvious, isn't it? Left hand side.
Yeah.
It's JRX says I'm always so negative.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Well done.
Never.
I'm the positive one.
Never. I try to be fair, but I'm a realist as well.
Lemsey says, I just turned down BT Sports shitty commentary and listened to Mark's. Mark should be commentating on BT Sports. I'm free. I'd happily do it. There's more chance of... well, not going to say that, but yeah, there's not much chance, but I am free for it. Well, actually, I'm not free for United games. I'd rather do this than that.
Right, Asian Gamer, if you say that, or get people to say that in the comments, I will ban you, personally.
Why, what's he said?
Help me troll goal. Right, you were warned.
Help you troll who?
He said he wanted people to help him troll goal, fake goal, in the comments.
Ah, right, yeah, get out.
So, I've warned him. We should make a GoFundMe to set up the Mad Marcus show on BT Sport.
Tiny Mario, 75 says they live in Lanzarote. Look at you, got some nice weather. Had a rubbish summer here.
Gungshi, I do think he's a decent player. I support anyone who plays for my team.
Niraj is getting angry saying talk about the game. Look, if we're not talking about the game, it's not because we want to, talk about whatever we're talking about. You should have watched the watch-alongs when we were managed by Van Hal. You were lucky if you got even a minute talking about the game. It was like, what's your favourite colour, this, that and the other. If we're not talking about the game, it's because there's nothing going on. It's going through a bit of a boring patch at the moment. Which, to be honest, Stoke are having the better of it.
But we're seeing more of the ball now.
Need to step it up a bit. We've come out this half a bit.
I'll tell you what, De Gea's kicking's been a bit shaky this second half.
He's probably in shock that he's conceded a goal.
Oh, I remember that game under Van Gaal, mate, when... no, it wasn't that, was it?
See, Darmian's done well.
I remember a game that was really, really boring. We ended up talking about baby names. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tristan Bultiar says we need to get Martial in. I've just had a text from my wife to say that when I get to Nottingham, she's got me a beef chow mein on order.
Oh,
lovely. Glass of red. That'd be nice.
Oh, they're already up there then, Mark, huh?
Yeah, they went up this afternoon.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Manuel Zamora's not happy. Not happy in general. Not happy with the game.
Come on, ref. That was a tackle.
Chris Tech Tips has made a contribution. Generous one. Thank you, Chris. He says, I've got a good feeling about this game. And when Chris Tech Tips gets a feeling, it's a positive one. Glory, glory, Man United. I hope you're right, Chris. And thanks for that contribution. Oh, another crap cross. Oh, it's gone for a corner. I thought it was Valencia. It was Rashford and it went off someone. It's very scrappy at the moment. We need to keep possession. But the scenario, as Chris Tech Top Tips was saying there, I don't know whether he has that name on purpose. But it's if we were to nick this at 2-1 and win it 2-1, we'd look back on this as what are 3 points. Remember, we went 1-0 down. We equalised with it straight away. That showed strength. And then we won it. But Stoke are worrying me a little bit at the moment. Shaqiri's getting a lot of the ball.
He is. He's seeing too much of it. And for me, he was the danger man in the first half.
Yeah. Get rid of the ball, Darmian. You're no Jedi. Here we go. Mkhitaryan central. Little slip.
Come on.
He should have scored.
Should have.
He does score! 2-1!
Yes.
Lukaku! I told you, anytime goal scorer, double your money. Well done if you did it. 2-1 to Manchester United. Mkhitaryan gets into that central position, slips him through, one-on-one, shoots, misses, but follows it up. 2-1 Manchester United. That's what we wanted. I don't think there's any coming back for Stoke now.
No, I think that's it now. Mkhitaryan again, when he's in that number 10 position, he's got another assist, again, being there. Definitely not a right-sided player now, for me.
No.
We needed someone to unlock the door, and he's done it. Absolutely fantastic. Fantastic pass as well. It's really good. Fantastic. I don't know what the Stoke defence were doing there. A massive gap in the middle.
I'll tell you what, obviously I'm very, very pleased. I'm very, very pleased that he scored that because he's got to put the first one away, really. Lukaku, he has.
He should have scored first, yeah.
But it doesn't matter. He follows it up. We're 2-1 up. And strength. The game's not over. I'm not going to say game over by any means, but from this position we should be looking at 3-1, 4-1 like we have done in every other game this season. So Stoke are going to have to come at us, make the subs, Jose, in about 5-10 minutes time, hit him on the break with someone like Martial when you've got the space, and perfect game plan if that happens. Let's see.
Well, yeah, people have been quite critical of Darmian as well. Yeah, Darmian's been getting some stick from comments in the first half and certainly the second half, and he got the tackle in on the Stoke player there and give it to Martial, and that was it. So
credit where it's due.
Yeah.
Chris Tech Top Tips is
he was right.
His comment's still there. I don't know if anyone can see it actually, but he was spot on. He felt positive, and we scored within minutes. Do it again, Chris Tech Top Tips next week. And Butland's a good keeper, Louis Webber.
Playlist account says the floodgates open there. I think so now. Yeah.
I hope so. Darmian's well up for it now. Darmian's playing really well. Oh no, he's just lost it, but.
Well, the thing is, Stoke have got to come at us now. First time they're behind in the game.
Well, Mkhitaryan gets central and then he gets another assist. I don't know whether he'll get an assist for that actually, because he missed the first shot, Lukaku, didn't he? So
yeah,
Mkhitaryan is a pretty average winger. He's a brilliant number 10. And I agree a lot of the positivity about Darmian. He was totally at fault for the goal in the first half. We need to sort out the left back position. We don't actually have anybody that's better than Darmian. I mean, I think Shaqiri against Blind would have absolutely torn him apart because Shaqiri is a very skillful player.
He is, yeah, and not being horrible to Stoke, but I actually think he's better than Stoke City. I thought he is a really good really good player, really skillful player. But I think he is better than Stoke City, in my opinion.
Wow, 2-1 up. That's you sort of wonder how in a way, but that's the thing when you're not playing particularly well, isn't it? But you're still ticking over, getting the goals, and I've said this a few times. We're not going to beat teams 3 or 4-0 every week. It's not always going to be. Here we go. Rashford's in it. If he puts he's not. He's offside.
Could have finished it off there.
It's starting to happen. Half an hour of this yet. We're going to just keep doing it. But yeah, we're not going to beat teams 3 or 4-0 every week. That's not what winning a title is all about. You've just got to win every week, and you've got to grind the results out. And this will demoralise teams like Chelsea and City because they've had good results today. And if we get 3 points today, they'll be like, "Oh, for all that good result, we're no closer." And that's what you got to do every week.
Days Gaming just said there 6 assists for Mickey in 4 games.
Yeah. I don't think he gets an assist for that. Somebody in the live comments just said it.
Lukaku as well. He's good goal scoring form at the minute. He scored a couple for Belgium. I think he did.
Yeah, he had a good international break. Oh, what a save! Oh my good word. Good night. Jesse from about 5 yards out on the volley at De Gea, and what a save. Save of the month, that is.
Fantastic, yeah.
That's worth a goal.
I mean, the audacity to take that shot as well against the world's number 1 goalkeeper. It's fair play to him, but a cracking save by Dave.
Whoa. It's all going off. It's suddenly, Stoke have been better in this second half, to be fair. And, whoa, what a save that was by De Gea. You're going to enjoy match of the day tonight. Oh, it's 2-2.
Oh.
Oh.
Fuck's sake. Oh.
Jones.
They always raise their game.
There's plenty of time left yet, but
it's sort of like a game of ping pong at the minute.
Phil Jones basically falls over and free header on the back post. I'd have scored that.
Come on.
Somebody gave it the kiss of death in the live comments. They went, Phil Jones is having a good game. Oh yeah, what a brilliant statement to make with half an hour to go. Phil Jones. Never say Phil Jones is having a good game until the final whistle has gone, and then we can all discuss it then. But never say it when there's some time left. Blooming heck.
This is a carbon copy of what's happened in the first half. Yeah. They scored, we scored straight away.
Yeah.
We scored second half. They've done it.
The momentum will be with Stoke now. You've got to keep. That's the one. I remember it playing football as a kid. When you score, make sure for the next 5 minutes you don't let them back in. And both teams have fallen foul of that in this game. They've gone ahead and then the opposition have equalised. But that's the annoying thing from United's point of view is that goal is totally and utterly preventable, and it's almost like his knee went, but he's walking around fine now. But
sure, he didn't just lose his footing or something.
He just seemed to stumble over, yeah.
Right, come on. There's at least 25 minutes.
Rashford needs to cross that there. Mkhitaryan was following in. There'll be another chance for United. There'll be another chance, but obviously, I think we were going to get. If we'd have got the third, it would have been game over, and we were looking strong for it. So, Matic. It's a good game. It's a good game. If this was a neutral, you'd be like, what a game. But we're not. We're not fans, and it's not neutral. Pogba in the box. Corner. Yeah.
Now this is where the pressure's got to count now. Got to do something with it.
Is this going to be like a late winner?
Yeah, he'll probably end up with
that phase yet. There's still plenty of the game left.
Probably find that the one goal now will decide it. I mean, whoever gets it, the opposition is just going to feel so much, deflation.
A few people saying Fellaini should have played. I think Fellaini's injured. He's not even on the bench. So, yeah, a lot of people having a go at Stoke fans. If you're not from the UK, the kindest thing I can say about the best thing about Stoke is driving out of it.
Yeah, I've never seen so many people saying, "Where's Fellaini? Get him on."
Valencia shot wide there from about 30 yards. Martial should be on, says Irshad. I'd be looking at getting Martial. But having said that, I think they're going to be playing quite deep against Stoke now, which is, it was perfectly set up for Martial to come on at 2-1 and just kill it. But I think Mourinho's stumbling a bit now as to what to do next, because I think if I do agree, I think if Fellaini was on the bench, he'd be on the pitch. But
I think that's the only change you can make is Martial. The pace of him will worry the Stoke defenders.
He's just sent to Valencia back to. Oh, here we go. Good interception. Stoke are getting the run of the play at the moment. They're in it. They're in here, Stoke. No, they're not. Poor cross. Eddie Sim says Stoke's a great city. Oh, someone's got to live there. Oh, come on, United. Come on, United. Score a goal.
Well, this team's got the quality enough to create more chances. There's enough players on there that can do the damage.
United in this.
Yeah.
Mkhitaryan was onside then. I hope Stoke keep doing it, but I've not understood the whole game why they're playing such a high line.
Oh, that is a bit strange, isn't it?
Because we've got in countlessly. I mean, the second goal came from it.
Yeah. You know what? I think there's probably a shout now as well to get Mata on. I know he's only left-footed, but he can put a decent ball in. Come on, Pogba. Herrera's got to get forward a bit more now as well. Going out wide too often, trying to pick the ball up, get involved.
Shot wide. Stoke are just... They are... And Martial's coming on. And Mata. So we're both getting away.
Yeah. Well, I think the obvious one to come off, apart from the assist, if it is his assist, is Mkhitaryan to come off. And I would probably take Herrera off now and just throw caution to the wind. Go for it.
I'll tell you what, the way it's gone, it'd be a bloody joke if we don't get 3 points here. It's just not been that sort of game. And there was a soft Stoke's goals was totally preventable, both of them. I said it before, though, I've been saying it all week. This is the sort of fixture. If you win it, then you can have a title race. If you can't win it, then it's questionable. These are the sort of games you've got to win. You know, it's not been particularly difficult. We've had much more of the play. If we'd had better concentration levels at the back, we'd be 2-0 up.
Yeah.
It's not just about attacking. You've got to have a strong defence, and the defence did let us down twice today.
Individual mistakes as well.
Yeah. From 3 positions, you know, Darmian and Bay in the first one, and Jones that second one. And that what really annoys me about that Phil Jones one is that De Gea had just pulled off an absolute worldie, and it means nothing now because they go and score a rubbish goal from the corner, and it was a fantastic save, but it doesn't mean anything because that phase of play led to a goal.
Yeah, I mean I remember quite a few times last season how vulnerable we were on set pieces, and it seems to be creeping into our play again.
Yeah.
I know we've not obviously conceded in the first 3 games, but it's just that, you know, you switch off, you lose concentration, and you get punished. And I think the back four, they need that concentration for the whole game.
Rashford's coming off. Do you agree with that? Rashford and Martial's coming on and Herrera's coming off. So
Herrera,
it's a bit attacking. I quite like them changes. Yeah. Not a good game for Herrera, I don't think. You know, I sort of agree with a lot of people what they said in the first half. I saw it in the second half. It was just, I don't know. Maybe that's what he's doing in training. That's why he's not playing.
Could be. I mean, we've seen for the first few games, it's normally the Martial for Rashford, isn't it? Time. I don't think I'd have took him off in this one. I would have gone for Mkhitaryan and let them, Rashford, Martial and Lukaku, go for it.
If you're new to the channel, we're very close to 134,000 subscribers, so click that subscribe button in the bottom right hand corner, get involved. The reason I say it is I want you to all get involved with the community that we've got on the United Stand. We're live every day, every evening at 8 o'clock. We do like all sorts of shows, so always got live comments involved. Get involved in the community, and it's a great community. It'd be even greater if we can get 3 points here. Still got 20 minutes to do it, I feel. Stoke have been better in this half, Marcus. That's the thing. I think for some reason Stoke have looked a lot more dangerous in this half, and he's clearly changed something.
Yeah, I mean, I can't see it obvious what he's changed, because Stoke, they're still set up the same way. They're still playing the same game, you know, the same game plan.
Yeah.
But it's just that Mark Hughes effect, isn't it? He always gets his teams up. When United are in town, they always seem to play like, you know, above what they're capable of doing.
Yeah, it annoys me. I'll be massively annoyed tonight if we drop points. Not just because it's Stoke again, but it's always Mark Hughes. It frustrates the life out of me. It's like he spends all year planning to play United. And I will love it if we beat them. We're not going to beat them now because I've just done the Kevin Keegan thing. That means that's the ultimate L, is when you start talking like that.
The good thing about Mata, though, is he finds those pockets of space, and yeah, he always looks for that pass forward. He hardly ever looks to come back. So putting him on in the middle, I would assume he's playing through them centrally. Yeah,
he's gone right.
Has he?
We've basically gone to the formation that we played successfully all season. You've got Mkhitaryan in behind Lukaku, Martial and Mata and then the midfield two of Matic and Pogba. So we're playing the way
the first games, wasn't it?
We've sacked the 4-3-3 effectively. Johnny Ring says we're too slow. Why has 5 people all commented that it's 3-2 to Stoke? Can we get them on timeouts? Yeah, because it's not 3-2 to Stoke. Give them a warning. Do it again.
Yeah.
See, Stoke now, this is the problem. They get to this point and they're very happy. We're happy with the point, but if we get the opportunity to hit them on the break, we will.
Oh, I didn't see that change Stoke made then. Did you catch it?
Yeah, Berahino.
Yeah, Berahino. Oh, yeah.
Shot from distance from Pogba there, straight into Butland.
Yeah, it's not 3-2, guys. It's still 2-2.
Stoke on the attack here. I mean,
that's the danger now, because they'll be playing how I expected them to play all game, as like an away team, catch us on the break.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's early in the season, but these sort of games can really dictate your season. And it's like, you know, we should have won it. We should have it won.
Should have, yeah. Very sloppy after going 2-1 up.
There we go. It's another corner for Stoke.
Yeah.
We've just conceded from a corner. He went for goal there. Tried to curl it in.
Right. Helm March. I'm trying to, but it's very hard to watch the game and time out people at the same time. Right.
13 minutes to go.
Yeah. Still plenty of time.
But mate, they've got to be very clever with the runners. That's what they've got to do. Because Stoke have got. I hate Stoke. Look at the. This is just what crap teams do. To be honest, they've got everyone behind the ball and they're going to hit us beyond on the break, and they're the home side. I think it's going to be difficult now because just the way Stoke are playing.
I think they'll probably end up. They'll want to take a point from this now, won't they? They'll be satisfied with that.
Yeah.
Brad Stewart says United will score in the 88th minute. Hope so.
I hope you, Brad.
AJ Cannon, timeout.
Tyler Lloyd-Davis, Martial to score in the last 10 minutes. Well, I hope so. I'm starting to have a bad feeling about this game today. If we don't win it, it'd just be absolutely typical. I hate international breaks. I absolutely hate them, and they absolutely kill momentum. And it'd be just typical.
It is frustrating. I mean, considering we had the lead, and I think they probably got their equaliser quicker than what we did in the first half. It is frustrating considering how we've played as well. I don't think we've played bad. I think we've had a game plan and executed it quite well. But it's just individual errors that have let us down.
Yeah. Yeah. It is. We all want to be positive about the players that we've got, but ultimately, teams that win titles don't have bad defences. We saw it with Liverpool today. Their defence is disgraceful, and if we don't win this game, it's nothing to do with not scoring goals. We've scored 2 goals away from home. I said before the game to Ross, I looked at this Stoke side. Oh, we should have just scored. Lukaku's missed a sitter.
Yeah.
And he'll get a lot of stick for that now. Good cross. That's the chance, really. You've got to put it away. That's what you bought for. It's a lovely cross by I think it was Martial. Yeah.
Yep, it's those chances that have got to be put away, I'm afraid. We squandered so many of those sort of chances last season. But yeah, you definitely should have buried that one.
That's the thing, isn't it? I said there will be we'll get another chance, at least one. We can't moan now because we've had it.
Well, still got a good 8-9 minutes left.
Lukaku, you got to score that, mate. You got to score that.
Connor C said he could have scored that. Oh dear. Right, London is blue. Go.
Well, Stoke have got a free kick here. I mean, it could go from bad to worse.
It could do, yeah.
Shaqiri's got a lovely delivery on him. Straight into De Gea, though. Come on, you got to get rid of that. Get out your feet quick. We can't wait.
I mean, bearing in mind this is only the 4th game in. I mean, we all know we should be winning this, but on the grand scheme of things, is a draw really that bad of a result away to Stoke?
It is if you want to win the title, Marcus.
Yeah.
It is when you should have won the game. That's the problem, isn't it? If we'd been absolutely poor today and we fought back from 2-0 down and we get a point in the last minute, it's a different complexion. Mkhitaryan's coming off and Lingard's coming on. But in the grand scheme of things, if we draw this game and we miss out on the title by 1 point, we'll look back and go, remember that game away to Stoke when Phil Jones lost us the points? Because I think at 2-1, they were stretched. We would have gone and got the 3rd goal. I'm pretty sure of it. But we don't do that now.
No.
So I think a point away to Stoke's not terrible, but if you want to win the title, you've got to win it.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at it...
For God's sake, Darmian, get on a plane to Italy, go back and have a long, hard thinking, your little Villa. And the ball comes out to him from about 40 yards. We've got loads of men in the box, and he shoots.
Again, another case of bad decision making. I think this is a really desperate time now when you chuck it on Jesse Lingard to try and get a result for you.
Yeah, time is running out. it is definitely run. I mean, he should never shoot that Darmian shot. Some people in the live comments are on about it, like playlist account. It was absolutely ridiculous to shoot from there.
I mean,
Lukaku was lucky with that second goal. You know, he should have scored it, and he had to take the follow up.
Yeah.
It's not full time. Oh, why are people idiots in the comments? Is it just because you're just sad lives, don't want to be involved in a community, you'd like to get yourself blocked so you can set up a new account? I don't understand it. Look, what I would say about people who put stuff in the comments, if you don't see me reacting and celebrating, I wouldn't believe any of the crap that they put in there about end of the game or anything like that. There's about 8 minutes left. It's Stoke on the attack at the moment, though.
See, this is where the confidence should come into the team now. But there's always going to be that thought in the back of your head that says, you know, what if I go too far forward and it's my fault that we lose the game. But there's enough attacking threat on that pitch now that should create at least another 2, possibly 3 chances.
I don't know. We've only got about 5 minutes left.
Yes, you think so? I mean, look at what's on the pitch. We've got Mata, Martial, Lukaku, Pogba. You know, there's enough players on there to carve something out of that Stoke City defence. But see, the thing that's making it more difficult for us now is that we're giving away silly little free kicks, and there's no need.
Like Lingard there.
Yeah, it's just going to drain the clock down, and
yeah, the game's played totally into Stoke's hands this last 20 minutes. We've just been absolutely played like mugs, really. They've just wound the clock down. You got Butland coming here up forward. You know, it's a free kick, and we're like a minute waiting for it to be taken. When in any other part of the game, that would have been just put down on the floor and they play the pass. But we waste a minute on a free kick that's just. Oh well, that's football. No, I'm on the wrong channel.
Well, I don't think the referee's had a good game in the second half either. I mean, he's really blowing for some stupid stuff at the minute.
Mata should have anticipated that a bit quicker. It was a decent cross by Lingard. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing it, Woodman, don't worry. Oh, that's a new one. Never seen that one before.
What?
Tar, guy on Skype, deaf over 40-year-old virgin. Never been called that.
There's Martial down the left. Mata. Foul.
Games like these are really frustrating.
You can say that again.
Yeah.
There will be a match reaction straight after this one. It's going to go one or two ways at the moment, isn't it?
the balls into the box have not been good enough today either.
Is Lukaku genuinely behind the free? Well, we're in the 90th minute now. Where's this game gone?
Come on. Have you seen how much added time yet, Mark, or not?
Only 3 minutes.
3 minutes, is it?
Yeah. Just the 3.
I'd definitely give this to Mata for me. Why Lukaku's took that, I don't know.
We've got a chance here in the end. Good little run. Another corner for Valencia.
Go on.
Oh, nearly scored, not quite. Batland made a good save from the corner. As a Stoke player goes down in the fucking I'm sorry for the swearing there. Absolutely nothing wrong with him. Nothing wrong with him. Goes down with a head injury. We're on the attack. We're going to put a cross in the box, and he goes down. And then, as soon as the ref blows up, he gets up again, and that means drop ball. We won't be on the attack anymore. Cheats. I hate Stoke.
You know what? I think these last 3-4 minutes really shows our limitations off the bench, apart from Martial. Lingard hasn't done nothing. Apart from Mata putting a couple of crosses in. Not seen nothing.
No.
And to be honest, the amount of crosses that have come in from Martial from that left side, he would have been at the back post there waiting. And he's not even in the team because of injury.
Yeah, you did call it, to be fair. You did call it. He's talking about Fellaini for everybody.
Oh.
So
you know what?
they get that drop ball now that they blast all the way up the pitch.
Yeah.
When we were on the attack, and Mourinho claps them for it because it's just a disgrace. When we were on the attack and they do that, I hate Stoke, but we should have beaten them. We can't. You can hate them all you like, and I do.
I mean, let's not forget as well. They beat Arsenal as well. We're not going to. I don't see this team going through every game this season and winning. So, for me, as much as I would have loved United to win this game, to shown that we can do it, I'm not really disappointed by a draw. I think it could work out as a good point, and like you say, at the end of the season, we could look back on it and say, that was, if we'd have won this game, it would have made a difference, but we haven't lost it. We're still unbeaten.
For me, it's 2 points dropped. I don't know what everyone else thinks, but I'm not happy with it at all.
Well, I'm going to go the opposite, mate. I'm going to say, as much as I would have loved to have won it, I don't think a point is the end of the world.
No.
Considering the grand scheme of it, like I say, they've beaten Arsenal there. At least we haven't lost.
I think, to be honest with you, I think City will come here and blast them. I think Chelsea will come here and blast them, and that is, maybe I'm not critical in the sense that it's not. We're certainly not in territory of you know, we're rubbish or anything like that. I just think if we want to be title winners, that was 2 points dropped. But we finished 6th last year, so expectations, were they too high? Maybe they were. Maybe they were. Anyway,
we're still top of the league.
We're still top of the league by a point, are we?
Yep. Everyone's still playing catch up with us, so we've got to look at that as a positive.
Yeah. Let me just confirm that. So yeah, we're top of the league. Well, we're joint top of the league with City.
Oh.
Yeah, not good enough for me, but there we go. I'm going to do my match reaction. The link to that match reaction is in the top line of the video description, or you can just go to the United Stand and you will see it. It's Stoke City versus Manchester United 2-2. Rashford, Lukaku goals, not enough. But thanks for coming on, Marcus.
No worries, pleasure as always, and thank you to everyone in the comments who got involved today.
Yeah,
and for helping the channel hit 134,000 subs. It's amazing.
It is. Join me on the match reaction. I always keep my thoughts close to my chest for the last 5 minutes to keep it back for the match reaction, where I will give you my thoughts on it. So I'll be live on there in about 60 seconds time. But thanks everyone. I shall see you over there in a minute, and thanks to Marcus.
All right, pal. Pleasure. Speak to you soon.
Ta-da.
Ta-da.